What's up, everybody? Let's go. Welcome to the Week 9 Start Sit Show. Your Shepard's here. I'm also here with the one and only, the Jonesy. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, members of the establishment and the fantasy community, the one and only has returned from his vacation.
Hard to return.
He's I'm confident that the man himself is well rested and ready to rock and roll. Commissioner Rhino,
let's go.
He's here. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. And again, very happy to have you here. Very happy to be whole again. The fantasy dad, he will not be with us this evening, unfortunately, but the show must go on. The show must go on.
Yeah, three-headed monster tonight.
the three-headed monster, the three horsemen. So guys, we had a great show last night. We touched up on many players. The whole gamut of them, really, and I have a feeling that we will be tackling many of them. No pun intended. Tackling many of them this evening. Mad Max, Mad Goat, what's up? But first, before we get to all your start sits, any and all lineup advice that we could, offer you guys. Again, the advice that we present, the advice that we give you guys, this is advice that we're going to give to ourselves or to one another, really, internally, behind closed doors. And we happen to ask ourselves often, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? This or that? Nevertheless, yeah, we only give you the advice that we would give to ourselves.
Yeah.
So Mark wants to kick us off. The Mark Goat, welcome to the show. By the way, if you're new to the show, please like this stream right off the bat because we're coming in hot for week 9. Also, why don't you give us a subscribe? Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Brand new channel. Mark Folkman, still roll with Jaden Reed despite Love playing with an injury. My other option is Ladd McConkey, who could boom half PPR. Still roll with Jaden Reed and, what could be inclement weather. And Jordan Love, more importantly, he's going to play. And the question is, how effective is he going to be? My feeling is a player takes the field more or less healthy, more or less feeling right. You'd have to be a real or let me put it this way. You have to be really, really banged up for you to just say, I can't go. So if a player is going to suit up and play, the chances of them being above 50%, much higher than that, are relatively good. Now, what the issue really is at hand is an aggravation of what's already lingering. That's the issue at hand.
Right.
As far as I could tell, without being obviously a medical professional. I feel great. It's kind of but then once you're in the rigors of the game, will his groin flare up? Will he really aggravate it running out of the pocket? So that's the question. But nevertheless, if Jordan Love's going to play, I would start Reed. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I'm starting Reed either way.
Right.
And you're the Green Bay guy, so
I did not make it very simple in that explanation, in my soliloquy. Yeah, if Jordan Love's
sure, I'll make it simple. Jaden Reed is a lot more talented than Ladd McConkey.
Yeah,
well, he's more of a focal point in the offense than Ladd McConkey. No matter who's behind the center.
And Packers are more of a pass offense.
Now, obviously, if Willis is in there, it downgrades him a little bit. But it, kind of like I said last night, it may you think it would downgrade him, but it could even help him because you get more, of those wide receiver sweeps or handoffs or what, a lot more gadget type plays. So I'm playing Reed over Ladd no matter what. And I don't know if he's playing, but I saw DJ Chark got activated off IR. So I would assume he's playing if they activated him. So not saying that's going to be a huge, chunk taken away from Ladd or anything, but it's just another piece in that Charger offense that is already not a high volume pass offense.
And just look at the passing difference too. Love throws more than Herbert does.
Yeah.
So I mean, I always lean towards a more pass happy team than run happy.
Yeah, and if they're throwing Love out there, Love feels confident that he's okay to play, and the Packers feel confident. They're not going to put him out there and risk,
There's enough of a degree where, he's good to go. There's enough of a degree. There's enough assurances from Love himself to the trainers, to the coaching staff. Yeah, it's Jaden Reed.
Let me ask you guys before we go to the next question. Would you play Love over Stafford?
Yes.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would play Jordan Love at home versus playing Matthew Stafford up in Seattle.
I mean,
I would.
I like Stafford this week. I think it's really close between the two, but I mean, I like Love at home a little bit more than I like Stafford in Seattle.
I know here's another wrinkle to add to this. The Packers, we're still waiting to hear regarding Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
So now, let's play devil's advocate. Worst case scenario, Josh Jacobs is ruled out. That puts up Emmanuel Wilson. I mean, I think the Packers would still want to establish the run. They still want to attempt to be balanced. We know Jordan Love is not a running quarterback, so I mean, there's still going to be a desire to want to rush the ball, but they may not be able to effectively run the ball with Emmanuel Wilson.
They might not be able to effectively run the ball with Josh Jacobs.
True. So that's going to put the Packers' pass volume much higher than what we would think. The LA Rams and Sean McVay and having Kyron Williams there.
I mean, honestly, I hope the Packers come out and especially if Willis gets a start, I hope the first play of the game they just try an 80-yard bomb. just because no one's going to expect it. Just do it, All right, so Tony Pollard.
An 80-yard bomb, by the way, doesn't sound like Jaden Reed. Just saying.
Sounds more like Watson, but that's good.
It would set the tone for the game, though. Tony Pollard hasn't practiced all week. What are you guys' thoughts?
It's a game time decision. I'm not chancing it.
Joey Julius
injury.
Chestnut.
Yeah, we had a question about Chestnut last night. I mean,
it's gotten more real within the last 24 hours. It has.
Spirits beat out too.
It has, and Jonesy, based on that question, as a matter of fact, I wanted to do a little bit of digging into it. He does not profile the same way. He's a bigger running back. He's a bigger, thicker, I suppose, stronger running back than Tony Pollard or Tajay Spears. So that doesn't necessarily mean that the dude can't catch the ball out of the backfield. But if he's the only dude there, and I mean the only viable skill position player for the Titans, it could very well be a nice Joey Chestnut game. Tony Pollard, man, he hasn't practiced all week. That's great. That's usually not a good sign. I
heard they have optimism that he's going to play, but I don't. I mean, he's a veteran, so him not practicing all week doesn't necessarily.
If you have another viable running back,
I don't like when someone doesn't practice at least once, limited on a Friday.
If you have another viable running back, play a viable running back over somebody that's been hurt all week.
That's right. It's just, it doesn't get any better than that in terms of advice. Bobum Goat. What's up, Bobum Goat? Kyler or Sammy? Kyler Murray or Sammy Donald? I'm going to go with Kyler. I'm gonna go with Kyler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with Kyler too.
I'm gonna go Kyler too. You get
That's it. That's it. Go Bobo. Yeah, it's a ship. It's a ship, Bobo Goat.
Yep. We always have time. We
Always have time.
Last week we were here for 4 hours.
I saw that. I saw that. I was like, good Lord, man. It's a good thing I was on vacation because I'd be tapped out after 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's fine if you have to. I said, I will be here until the questions stop. So
yeah. So
all
usually
right.
you guys are on the East Coast and Midwest. When the West Coast is like by 7:30, it's like okay.
What do you guys like this week, Ferguson?
Let's go eat sometime.
Better find myself a better agent. Jesse
Ferguson on this.
Yeah, Ferguson versus Atlanta and Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's damn close. It's damn close, Bobo. It is the tight end position. I still like Sammy. I like Sammy for the simple fact that we still don't have JMO again. We don't have JMO. When we didn't have JMO last week, we got Sammy. I think, yeah. I mean, I'll go with Ferguson. I'll go with the tight end that has like the more implied offense and more scoring potential in that ball game than I do with the indoor cat playing in Lambeau Field. That's right.
Yeah,
Jared Goff. They're making their.
There's less mouths to feed with Dallas.
Less mouths to field as well. They, the Lions. Shame on the NFL schedulers. What's wrong with them? Like they didn't want to make it at least a little bit competitive. That's why. I mean, the Lions are playing their first outdoor game all year. All right, so we'll bookmark that. We'll talk about that tomorrow night on the Week 9 fantasy recap show.
All right, so I think we're going Ferguson here.
Yeah, we'll go with Ferguson, Bobum Goat.
I mean, I'm okay with either of them, but
I'm
little edge.
I'm okay. I'm okay with either one of them. Also, that's the point. Yeah, I'm okay with either one of them.
Etienne is healthy from everything I've read.
Yeah, I mean, all signs were pointing to ETM playing this week.
That team isn't healthy. The team itself, Jacksonville. Nevertheless, though, I think they're both banged up. I think they're both going to play. I think. Mad Max just continue to monitor the official sources for NFL injury news, which would be Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport. Just continue to monitor those sources.
Remember, inactives are out 90 minutes before game time. That's the big one to last minute double check.
Good evening. Good evening.
Meal Goat, good evening to you. You're very concerned about Mike Evans' injury, even when he comes up. With that being said, would you trade Evans for DJ Moore in a 14-team redraft league?
No, wouldn't trade Evans for DJ
Moore. Well, I kind of. So, like, my only question to Emil, though, right now is, are you getting by? Are you doing well without having Mike Evans in your lineup? Because if he's not doing well without Mike Evans in his lineup right now, and he may not have Mike Evans for another 3 weeks, and now we're already at week freaking 12, he may have to go get some points. Now, if we were talking about a couple of two healthy bodied players, no, then you don't make that trade. But it just makes me ask the question to Emil Goat. How are you getting by? Are you getting by? If you're getting by, then we don't need to make that deal. Then we could sit back. You could keep Evans on IR, play some matchup games with some of your streamers or some of your waiver wire wide receivers like McMillan, like Cedric the Entertainer, like Who'd you say?
Walker from Green or Carolina.
No. I think you're talking about this guy. This guy over here. Because he might find the end zone tomorrow. He might. You never know.
Stupid. I think if for me, if somebody wants to have Evans, if you could do that, I would do it just because.
Here's a problem
with the hammy injury. He might come back, but might tweak it again after the first game. DJ Moore's healthy, so trade for if you could trade something that's kind of injured for a healthy receiver. I'm gonna do that trade.
DJ Moore's just he's not getting the requisite targets right now. He's not getting the requisite targets, and I think we should also put like half the blame, half the onus on Caleb. I mean, Caleb may just have tunnel vision on Rome, on handing the ball off to DeAndre, checking it down to DeAndre, to maybe we'll see a Cole Kmet game. He doesn't seem Keenan Allen. He doesn't seem to be locating more.
So I just got a text that said, "Hey, it's Brett Favre. We need to talk."
Really?
It's a stupid political text that said, "Hey, it's Brett Favre." Yeah, I'm sure it's Brett Favre.
He's made his rounds. I'm sure you know that.
All right.
He's
Okay, so I like Evans rest of the season once he's back more than I like DJ Moore. If you need the wide receiver help now, and this owner is willing to do the trade, it's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
But I just like Evans once he's healthy. I'm not going to worry about the hamstring because he's going to have so much of that target share with Godwin out. It's going to be ridiculous. So I'm going to, if I can get by and hold on to Evans, that's what I'm doing. But, yeah.
Did they put Evans on IR?
I don't think they put Evans on IR.
No, I lost.
All right, let's move. I got it.
There we are.
There you go. Brian Robinson will play. Tyrone Tracy. I mean, Tyrone, we don't even need to call Tyrone anymore.
No. Tyrone answered the phone.
He answered the phone, but good. Romeo, Calvin, Xavier. Three for PPR. So I'm going to take both running backs, and now we have to go with a wide receiver. Calvin Ridley seems doubtful. I mean, all of the Titans seem doubtful. So I don't know who's playing for the Titans other than Mason Rudolph and maybe Chiga Kankwa. Kanko, however you want to call that. You may want to, look, Jordan Love loves Romeo Doubs. He loves him.
Calvin Ridley has no injury designation as of today.
No.
So he's playing.
That's interesting.
Is that Brian Robinson or Bijan Robinson?
Probably Brian Robinson, I would assume.
See, I'd go Tracy, Dobbs, and maybe Leggett. Because B-Rob doesn't catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah, I'm going Brian Robinson if he plays. Tracy and Ridley. Those are the three guys that have the biggest share of the offenses. So, I mean, Legate's an automatic no.
Ridley, so
and Romeo, you don't know how that Packer distribution every week is going to be. So, I'm going with B-Rob, Tracy, Ridley.
I'd go Tracy, Ridley, Leggett.
I'm sold. Flacco, indoors, prime time. Sold.
Jonesy.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I would say Goff or the argument for Goff would be that he has a more competitive game, in my opinion, if Love's playing. So that could be a higher point total. But I'm okay with Flacco.
I'll go with Flacco. I like Goff though. It's a flip a coin because you really can't lose with either one of them probably.
I mean, Flacco worries me a little bit this week playing the Vikings, but
the Vikings be thrown on. Easily be thrown on than ran on.
All right, Kyler or Nick's? Kyler for sure.
Kyler.
I think that was
Say-
a pretty easy one.
Send it, baby. Send it. Start 2 full PPR. Brian Thomas Jr., Amari, Khalil, DeAndre. So 2 players out of the 4 here happen to play on the same team.
That's going to be a nightmare every week.
Yeah,
And
wouldn't want
Cooper's
to
hurt, isn't he? He
wouldn't want to do that.
practice this week.
Brian Thomas Jr. is still coming in at a game time decision.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Amari Cooper, and I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins. Monitor Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
If it's not Amari Cooper, then you can feel real confident playing Khalil Shakir. Monitor Brian Thomas Jr. also. If Brian Thomas Jr. happens to...
what... let me look at the times here. So we got...
They're all clocks except for DeAndre Hopkins.
Noon. Are they all? Okay.
They're all noon except for Hopkins.
Jaguars.
I believe. Bills, yeah.
No, Jaguars are actually afternoon game.
Wow.
So you won't know.
Oh, shit.
So you're going to have to make a decision if Cooper and Shakir are both healthy, but monitor closely. I mean, I'm sure if Brian Thomas Jr. isn't going to play, it's probably going to leak sometime in the morning, I would assume. So
later this evening, a little early.
Yeah, it could even be later tonight.
Per source, Brian Thomas Jr. is not expected to play or is expected to play.
Yeah.
That should come in from one of their accounts. When I say there, that's either, again, Schefter or Rappaport.
Yeah. Best thing you can do is if you have Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, follow Adam Schefter, turn on the notifications. I do it. I get every update as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, you can follow
And that
us.
way I know. And follow us too.
Yeah, you can follow us. No, not any handles. Paul Goat.
Oh, that's a good trade. That's a good trade. I start down. I definitely start downs.
Well, I mean, we like Flacco. If I like Flacco, I do. I definitely like Josh Downs also. I definitely like Josh Downs. Hi, guys. I traded Khalil Shakir and Rico Dowdle for Josh Downs. I mean, I'm not crazy about the trade.
Me either, but it's not.
Right. It's okay. So be that as of May. Should I start Jaden Reed or Josh Downs?
I mean, I like Downs.
I know Jonesy. I think Jonesy. You'll say Jaden Reed, and I would. Excuse me. I would definitely. It's close. I would probably go with Jaden Reed here also.
I'm a Downs guy.
I have a feeling that we're going to see Michael Pittman emerge. Not to say that Josh Downs is going to have a bad game, mind you.
But
Not to say
Downs-
that at all.
Downs is the he finds open spaces.
He does. He does.
Flacco will be checked down.
He'll want to. He's going to want to find Josh Downs for sure.
Well, and he'll find him because he's always done good.
I have a feeling we're going to see a
All right.
above decent Michael Pittman game tomorrow.
Let's take a look. I just want to look at this quick. So Jaden Reed on the year has 41 targets. He leads everyone. I mean, all the wide receivers are Reed, Romeo, and Wicks are 41, 40, 40. So it's pretty close. And Indy, I mean, this is going to be a little skewed because of AR games, but Josh Downs, second on the team in targets. Him and Pittman are really close, 53-47. So, I mean, similar situations with target shares. I mean, and both have had backup quarterbacks in there for games, and so I wouldn't worry too much about what the target share versus each other will be. I'd just be more worried about the matchup. And to me, I'm going to go Reed here.
Yeah, I'll go Downs.
But I like Downs, but I
look what Puka put up when they played Minnesota.
Yeah, and like I said, I like Downs this week too. If I could have them both in my lineup, I would.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But if I have to choose, I'm gonna lean Reed.
All right, I'll lean down still.
Okay. So, Mark Andrews or TJ Hawkinson. Start Jordan Love or Sam Darnold and Kirk. Lastly, best defense this week. Okay, so let's take this one by one. So, Andrews or Hawkinson. So, I mean, okay, I think we're safe to now start Mark Andrews without having to raise the question. I mean, okay, I get that you also have TJ Hawkinson, which is great. You're going to want to see how he does this week on the bench. If he happens to do really well, you could move one of these tight ends or attempt to move one of these tight ends. Start Jordan Love or Sam Darnold. We had very similar a few minutes ago, and it's the start J Love over Sam Darnold.
And Kirk.
But that's the part that's kind of maybe tripping me up a little bit. Is this a 2 QB have to start 2 out of these 3? That's the part I'm not positive about. Lastly, who's the best defense this week? The best streaming defense this week. I picked up the Eagles.
I picked up the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, if the Eagles
three or four leagues.
I picked up the Eagles when I had the Steelers on buy in one league. I also picked up Cincinnati in one league. I picked up Cincinnati playing the Raiders.
And that's a good pickup.
I would even go as far as saying Tennessee this week versus the Patriots.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was going to say the other way around.
Too.
What about the other way around?
Or I mean, either one probably.
With the other way around, well, I think so. Yeah, Carl Chisel goat.
But the best I would say is Philly. That's who I'd put.
That was my first move that I had to do.
See, I would say Saints because they're playing Carolina,
and I named them Systems Go. Or weapon systems. I named them.
I turned off the notifications for you changing player names.
Why?
Because my phone would light up every 2 seconds. Oh, Sieg changed the player name. Sieg changed the player name. I was so tired of looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay, what's happening now? Oh, it's just Sieg changing player names at 3 a.m.
What about some of my players oh wow.
Yeah.
You called it. You don't like that one? Hey, Tommy, GOAT, Lions, Packers in a rain game. Yeah, the forecast. And this gentleman right over here is as close to it as any one of us, unless maybe you are, Tommy. Yeah, it could be a little sloppy. I'm not sure if it's going to be that bad, but yeah, rain. Again, Jordan Love, it's not a very mobile quarterback. He's not considered a running quarterback. He's definitely slippery, no pun intended again, in the pocket. He moves around well. He feels the pressure, steps up when he needs to. I think he could do that in a torrential downpour, just those little steps here and there, like the Tom Brady type steps.
It's probably part of the reason they practiced outside on Friday in the rain. To see how he could handle it, knowing that it was probably going to rain on Sunday. So, but yeah, it could be it just depends on how the storm. I haven't watched the actual path of the rain or how difficult or how torrential downpour or anything it's going to be. But I mean, rain always complicates things a little bit.
Just a little bit.
November. It's November rain, by the way.
I know it's getting cold here. It's about time to turn on the heater.
Nice.
You like
Nice.
that one?
I've been
Rhino?
holding
I like
out.
that.
Right,
Good
right.
job.
Holding out.
Rhino caught that real quick.
Oh yeah,
All
one of the
right.
better songs.
Jameer.
Full PPR.
Also, I mean, Jameer, again, this type of game, I would think, would call for a big Jameer Gibbs game, a big David Montgomery game. So
You
yeah,
should be starting Gibbs.
Yeah, Jameer Gibbs is a
every
start
week.
all the time.
Gibbs
all the
leave
time.
in. Just leave in.
I'm not big on. I'm not high on J.K. Dobbins right now at all. At all. So start 2. It's going to be Jameer Gibbs is definitely 1, and yeah,
Say it.
it's Tyrone. We're calling
yeah.
Tyrone. We're going to call him again. We're going to call him until he shows it to us otherwise.
I agree, Gibbs and Tracy.
We don't believe that to be the case, and I also want to go on record for all the amazing goats that are here watching us live on the stream. Again, thank you very much. Please like the stream. Please subscribe to our channel. I'm going to go on record. If Tyrone happens to not have the best, most fantastic fantasy performance tomorrow, let's not panic. We're not going to completely overreact. He's going to get another opportunity. If you read everything in between the lines from what Brian Dable and this team is telling us, it's Tyrone Tracy moving forward.
Yep. RB1. Yep.
Next to the Bulldog. How about the Bull Goat? Well, I don't want to change your name, but Bulldog. I like Bulldog also. Bull Goat. Tyrone. It's Tyrone. Oh.
Ooh, that puts a little wrinkle in it, huh?
They're both smash plays.
Yeah, Zach Moss out.
They're both smash plays. This guy's got a fantastic team.
Browns. I'd probably do Brown. Go against Raiders defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean Brown on this one. Just because
Couple of spots higher, yeah. Couple of spots higher. Joe Shiesty. Although the Dolphins are playing who?
Bills in Buffalo.
I could see the Cincinnati just going up early, going up quick, having a solid lead, and then they don't have to throw the ball all over the place on the Raiders. And that's the only thing I could see kind of suppressing the performance of Joe Burrow, and the fantasy points coming out of that position versus Tua that might have to go back and forth with the Bills.
Yeah, Tua doesn't historically play that well against Buffalo, though. That's the only thing is. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. He's only thrown for over 300 once. He's only thrown for over 205.
I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow here, and let's hope that he gets his 2, possibly more scores within the first 2 to 3 quarters, and then we'll get that game script that I'm describing, which would be a slow down, kill the clock, not much pass volume. That's another reason why we're also high on Chase, not just for the fact that Zach Moss is out. We also think that he's going to have the whole fourth quarter to himself.
Caleb.
Rest the season.
CJ. Yeah, that was knee jerk. That was knee jerk. I'm going to admit it. I'm not afraid to admit that was knee jerk. Now let's really think about it for a second. Right, Sniper?
No, Sniper's here.
Of course.
All right. So Stroud obviously hasn't been.
He's getting Nico back.
Yeah, he gets Nico back.
That's
how many more outdoor games does he have?
Because he's not an outdoor cat either. I got the.
And what defenses will he be playing outdoors too?
I got the post. What's more importantly than that is he's probably indoors more than he is outdoors.
Probably I would think a little bit now too.
I would think so. You go check that. Kind of hard. So rest of the season, you know what I would want to do here, my friend? I would want to see how how Patrick Mahomes with DeAndre Hopkins, with Xavier Worthy, with Kelsey again, play how they perform again together for another time, and see what we see out of the Chiefs offense. Because if they start to get back on track, if they start to look more like what we thought they were going to look like offensively, not just ground and pound with their running backs, and which have been fantastic, by the way, whether it was what's basically been Kareem Hunt all season. They are expecting Pacheco back soon. This is going to be a dangerous offense, or at least we think it's going to be a very dangerous offense moving forward. And I don't know, Caleb and the Bears, they're still kind of like up and down, hit or miss. They're kind of still sporadic. Yeah, you see great points coming out of him, the quarterback, I mean. And then we're still kind of waiting for CJ Stroud.
All three of these guys, I just looked it up. They're all neck and neck for overall points for the year and for points per game. So to me, it comes down to who do I trust the most? And to me, I trust Patrick Mahomes the most.
Same here.
And I trust Andy Reid the most.
Yeah.
So that would be my tiebreaker, just because these guys are all doing the same thing this year. They've all had their bye weeks. So there's no advantage there. Or wait, Stroud, was he week?
Yeah.
7? Yeah. So to me, it just comes down to who you trust the most. And to me, that's Patrick Mahomes. And with the addition of D-Hop. And if they get Juju healthy back, those
very
two
logical.
together, I think could be a big upgrade for that passing game.
And they're saying they're still open. If a wide receiver falls to them in a trade, they'll still pull the
yeah, well, they have. I mean, they have till Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know. So.
What's up, Derek? Good evening, guys. Pick 2 to start: Dobbins, Tracy, Hubbard, Chase Brown, and Swift. I'm liking Brown with Moss doubtful, but I can't decide on the other running back to start. Any suggestions? Thanks.
So in this case, now Derek could start both the running backs, right? Just a little before, it had to be one or the other. Now we can actually get both. Or are we going to put Swift in ahead of one or the other?
I think Swift is the automatic out of all of them.
Yeah,
personally. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna go on, again, we spoke about this last night, and it's fair. It's definitely fair. If we're gonna go on paper, on rankings wise, yeah, then it would be Swift, and then it would be Chase, and then Tyrone is the third back in this pecking order at this point. Yeah,
I'd agree with that.
I agree.
But wait a minute, good evening, guys. Pick 2 to start Dobbins. No, there's no Dobbins this week. I go
Chase and Swift.
Sweet question.
Yeah, I don't trust Dobbins. He's
on the road against Cleveland.
Taysom Hill. You know, I was thinking about him all week this week with all the Kendra Miller going to IR now, and Jamal Williams is out.
Yeah, I tried looking up who their 4th string running back was. I couldn't find
this is I don't know when the last time Taysom Hill scored some points was, but he's due. I mean, he does it twice a year, so
yeah,
here's your chance. But you know, I still don't like it. But
no, how bad does Dennis Allen hate Kendra Miller? I don't think Kendra
Miller is going to be off the team.
I don't think the man ever made it off of IR. I know, like, you know, transactionally, yeah, he did make it off of IR. He did get a couple of snaps here, but he's just right back on IR, like as if like, nah, there's something very fishy going on there. Very fishy. Kendra Miller's finished. You're right.
Kendra Miller has had. He's got 3 targets on the year. But he's got 30 snaps on the year.
But let's get serious about Taysom Hill.
You want me to get serious? There's probably a better option. I mean, he's a 0 or a 30-point guy. I mean, there's no in between.
So they just had to put somebody else on IR. That guy, Bud Bum. Bud.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Bum. His name is Bum, right?
I don't even know.
Bud means Bud something went on the IR.
Bud means, I think.
He went on IR. They've got Chris Olave back, or they've got Chris Olave. Derek Carr's back. I mean, like, look, yeah, there's got to be another option for Terrell to put in.
Yeah, I mean, you could play him, but
yeah, but my question is, he's RB2.
You have to expect. You have to put him in, expecting that you could get nothing. He's just like starting an Xavier Worthy. You're either going to get 0 or you're going to get a ton of points.
But here's my question, though. Here's a serious question. He's not starting Taysom as an RB, right? He's going to start him at tight end.
Well, it depends.
But he'll be theoretically RB2.
Is he? Because I know there were some sites earlier this year, like before the season or whatever, that were changing his designations. I don't remember what they were. So
fluke clown show.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
your favorite person, huh? See,
I mean, I think there's somewhere he's only a QB too. I don't know. It's Terrell, if you have other options, let us know what your other options are.
Sniper's got a lot of questions.
Yeah, we'll get. All right, Ronnie, start one. Darnold, Flacco, Winston. I'm going Darnold.
I'm going Darnold.
Gonna go back to Flacco. Back to Flacco.
Love or Stafford. We're gonna get this one a lot tonight.
We just had it, or we just raised the question ourselves. It's gonna be Love.
I'm going Stafford.
Tyrone Tracy, Ramadre Stevens.
Tracy. I don't trust any Patriots running back at all.
Yeah, I'll go Tracy. Stress.
Your favorite position, huh? We
were talking about last night.
Well, I mean, if it was again the Scott Fish Bowl with the heavy tight end premium, not just your normal tight end premium, it's even more premium. I mean, yeah, so I can understand why she's definitely not the only one that drafted more than 2 tight ends.
There was some people drafting tight ends rounds 1 through 4.
Several tight ends just because.
I think there were. I don't think it happened in my draft, but yeah, I mean, I know guys are out there doing it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I would start one in the actual position, and then I would start a second one in one of the flex positions in this format and that scoring. Absolutely.
But what if for other players?
That's the $1 million question. I'm almost. I mean, again, whether it be my team or more or less anyone's team for that matter, you probably have better skill position players. Yes.
But what if you have McBride, Kelsey, and Ingram? You're going to play those 3.
Well, yeah.
If you draft it that way and you have those 3, you're probably going to start those 3. Yes. Yes. But if you have, let's take one of those. Let's say you have McBride, you drafted Kraft, you drafted Hunter Henry, and you drafted Cole Kmet. You're going to start all 4 of those tight ends?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
I would start Kraft, if all things considered, and I would probably start. I don't like Hunter Henry this week. I would probably start Cole Kmet. That's what I would do. Bo Nix against the Ravens. Yeah, it's a bad secondary. We spoke about this WT last night on the lineup advice show. Bo Nix against the bad secondary. Yeah, I don't see him being that absolutely high-flying, offensively prolific in Baltimore tomorrow. I just don't. I could see him I could see him attempting to try to get out of the pocket and use his legs, which is not a good sign either. That may not work against the Ravens' rush defense, but I think they're going to try to stop that, contain that, so they can then tee off against him dropping back to throw. It might be a tough game. Not to say that Bo Nix can't muster up the average, which would be 200 and something, maybe even higher. Hold on, I can tell you how much they're giving up right now.
I like Darnold in this.
Nevertheless, there's a better option than Bo Nix. That's right.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, that's right. Sam Darnold against the Colts with Hockenson back. Let's temper our expectations for TJ Hockenson. Welcome back. I'm glad that he's back.
Especially come off a horrific injury like he did.
Let's temper our expectation. Horrific? How horrific was it?
He tore his ACL and MCL, right?
So not any more horrific than, let's say,
A bad injury.
it was a bad injury.
Yeah.
It was a bad injury.
All right, start 3 full PPR. Jan?
Oh, JSN maybe?
JSN? I don't know who Jan would be. Well,
Yeah.
we'll assume JSN.
Look, if JSN doesn't start performing with Geno tomorrow, we're going to start calling him JAN.
Yeah.
We're going to start calling him Jan.
JSN or Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers is a lot of people are pounding the table, pounding the drum for Jacoby Myers tomorrow. He's basically, aside from Brock, he's their only option in the passing game.
Yeah.
And Jacoby Myers does well.
He does well.
When he's actually healthy. People forget that because he's not healthy half the time.
He does.
And Titans Bears or pass defense?
Sorry.
Titans Bears.
Oh my.
Well, it's the Titans are playing the Pats. The Pats are playing the Titans. I think both of them. I think this is going to be like a 3-0 game.
Yeah.
I probably go Titans just because the rookie quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, the Bears are probably the most talented defense out of all of them.
Yeah.
So that's, a lot of times, even if it's a bad matchup, I always try to side with the more talented defense.
The Titans' front four they're pretty good.
Again,
They get the quarterback, so
you've got a very, 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 what I think to be very fluky defense in the Tennessee Titans, but the Patriots' offense is garbage. So I mean, this should be a pretty solid spot for the Titans.
Yep.
Titans are allowing 151 passing yards. They've given up 11 touchdowns. The Titans are ranked number 1. And I wanted to go over here because the Ravens are allowing 291. Can Bo Nix get to 291 passing yards? I think he probably would get to somewhere above 200, but below 3.
I would put his line probably 225 for Nix personally, but
unless they're so far behind, they have to play catch up.
Yeah.
Then he'll be chucking the ball.
Still, Sam Darnold is a better option. Playing the Colts, that's a better option. Sheldo, shell money, Sheldo. For maybe starting Bo Nix. Yeah, there goes Bo Callahan. No, it's not crazy. It's not crazy, but you have a better quarterback. And that would be Jordan Love.
Yeah, play Love. As long as Love is active, you're playing Love.
The only way I would
play in that kind of weather too. So,
and I wouldn't play Mike Gesicki over Jake Ferguson.
No, play Ferguson.
Thank you for coming, Sheldo.
Yeah, because they'll be playing in front, not from behind. Gesicki does good when they're playing from behind.
Should I go Seed Tillman? Cedric the Entertainer? Cedric the Entertainer. Over
by Jaden Reed.
Yeah.
No.
No. Jaden
No.
Reed over Tillman.
Yeah.
Cedric the Entertainer is going to be entertained by the Chargers tomorrow. Even though
Yeah.
the Chargers are on the road, the Chargers defense, Jim Harbaugh defense, should travel well against the Browns.
Better secondary too. Yes, Puka's activated. He's been activated, and the injury that he had was a no structural damage. I think he just hit it, and they got nervous. So,
What did your flight attendant tell you that?
no, I got sources.
Andrews, Crafter, Taysom.
I'm not making one Taysom Hill call
No.
until it's his retirement call.
I mean, this is the week, like I said a little bit earlier. This is the week that it's set up for him.
Because no, but here's the thing. Here's why I won't do it. I did not do it last year. I'm not doing it this season either. Because let's say we do it. Yeah, this is it, baby. This is the Taysom Hill week. They're out of skill position players. They don't have anybody. He's the RB2. He's the wide receiver 2. And if it doesn't come through, then we're going to have to do it again next week. Week 10 is the Taysom Hill week.
Yeah. Taysom Hill is fool's
Not
gold.
doing it. It's
I will
fool's
never. I mean,
Fool's
the
gold.
only way I would recommend Taysom Hill is if your other options are like Isaiah Likely or something, I mean, but I'm not starting Taysom over a Mark Andrews or
It's almost
Yeah.
like, okay, we want him to do well tomorrow. Get it out of the system.
yeah,
Get
but
it
then
out
as
of
soon as he does it, then everyone next week is going to be Taysom Hill, Taysom Hill, Taysom Hill.
Well, then you
That's
know
all you're going to hear all week.
because then
Should I trade Taysom Hill for?
Well, then I'll
or
be
should I
able to.
trade Travis Kelce for Taysom Hill?
Then we'll really have a better argument as to why it's a fool's errand.
I
Like,
know,
yeah, if you want to
but it
continue
happens
to
every
keep
year,
chasing that,
and-
Yep, it does.
well, again,
So-
it's Mark Andrews, my
It's
friend.
Mark Andrews.
It's Mark Andrews, my friend.
No, that was us.
Puka is good. That
I thought that was Mel saying that, so I was going to give her props for.
Look at that handsome. Look at that handsome guy. Let's go back to that handsome person. Look how handsome that is.
All right.
Oh boy, we're screwed in the head. Goat Buck. How are you this evening, Goat? Guys, I'm really thinking of going with Leggett if he plays over Jalen Waddle this week. And am I nuts to even consider doing this? You're not.
No, you're
nuts. You're not nuts. But is Leggett the next man? Is there another option over Jalen Waddle? That's my question.
Well, it's not Mingo. So the only other option would be Coker, however you say his name.
No. I'm not. Forget
Is
about that.
Thielen
Team.
back?
Forget about that team. I'm talking about Derek's team.
Oh, okay.
Is Leggett like the last wide receiver he's got, or is there one that perhaps maybe you could get like tomorrow morning that might be a better option than Leggett and Waddle? Not likely, but look, yeah. Do we expect Carolina to be down in the ball game? Do we expect them to be throwing the ball? Yes, we do. It's does he like Xavier Leggett? Yes. Have we seen Jalen Coker get like a little bit higher of a target share or a first read share according to Debro? Yes, Coker is receiving a couple of ticks higher than Leggett right now. Leggett, by all accounts, though, is the better wide receiver than Coker.
Yeah.
By all accounts. Nevertheless, I think it's safer to play Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, you're playing Waddle.
End the story.
I'm not
Yeah.
touching the Carolina wide receiver if I don't have to.
Has Jalen Waddle scored this season? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. What a sad situation. So again, you want to talk about negative game scripts, right? Buffalo Bills are by far better than the Dolphins. By far. We expect the Dolphins to be down in this ball game. We expect Tua to have to drop back, find Cheetah, find hopefully Penguin.
I think it could be a good 8-chain week.
I got a good setup for SFB. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. In the Vampire League.
We're always here for you, Mel.
Do you see what she does? See the amount of leagues she plays in? A Vampire League. She's the commissioner. She might be the commissioner of that league. I'm kidding.
Jamar, Chase, and
Kidding.
Dobbins.
Against Garrett Wilson.
Guessing Garrett Wilson and Kamara. I can't.
No.
Even
quarterback play. Just look at the two quarterbacks are in this scenario.
I'll just
Burrows.
I'm not
Rodgers.
I'm not trading Jamar Chase.
No.
For anybody.
Unless I'm getting. I mean,
I would need an extra player in this.
That ain't enough right there.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I want personally. I want to get rid of Dobbins if I have him before something happens to him. But I wouldn't get rid of Jamar Chase, especially with Higgins.
He's wide receiver 1 right now.
Yeah, I'm not. And Garrett Wilson. I mean, you're starting Garrett Wilson every week, but he's still battling with Devontae every week for stuff. So,
and Burrow's a better quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is too.
Yeah, so I would not do that trade.
No. I had him on the bench too last week.
A lot of people did. That was a tough call.
My guy right down here, this guy right here, I didn't listen to him. I didn't listen to him. This guy.
I don't know.
Not me. Not talking to him. He's not talking about me.
No, that's you. This Jonesy.
I told you not to play him?
No, you said to play him. You said if you have Puka, you're playing him.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, and I did it, and I lost by 3 damn points.
Well, I think I just said it depends who your other choice was. I mean, I didn't feel comfortable with. I thought what I thought would happen happened with his snap counts. I didn't expect his production to be like it was with his snap count.
But like you said, if I would have played him, then he'd have had 4 catches for 25 yards. So
yeah. All right, start 2. Drake May, Flacco, Tua.
I'm going Flacco and Tua.
Flacco's 1.
Is Drake May playing?
And then it's Tua is going to be my other one, I think.
Yeah, Drake. Yeah, May's playing. He's out of protocol. I saw earlier. I'm going Flacco and Tua.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
You thinking on this one, Sieg, still?
It's close. It's close. I would go Flacco and Tua. I would go Flacco and Tua. It's close. It's close.
Just because the receivers that Tua's throwing to and Flacco's throwing to compared to who May's throwing to.
I get it. Again, it's close. It's close. Quincy Goat.
Lamar Winston. Well, Lamar is starting for you every week.
Yeah, that's a given.
Never
Quincy's asking because he probably had like his IBS, his troubles this week. He hasn't practiced. Yeah, he hasn't practiced either all week, but still, like they're not concerned.
Winston Mayer too. This is what he.
That could be the only reason why Quincy's asking about Lamar.
Oh no, this is different.
I go Lamar Tua.
Yeah, Lamar Tua for me too.
I don't know if last week's with Winston was a fluke or I trust Winston. But
Winston's going to be chucking the ball. That's just that's his play style. But he's going against the Chargers.
Yeah, I go Lamar and Tua.
And Tua, like I said before, he doesn't, have a huge ceiling when he plays the Bills. But I still trust Tua more than I trust Winston.
Yeah.
Trade Hunt and Deontay for Evans.
6 and 2.
I
would see how Deontay does this week.
I don't know.
That's a risky move.
I mean, here's the thing: you're 6-2. When you're winning, you don't want to upset the flow. You know, I mean, it's good to be getting ahead and looking at that, but if you're winning, one wrong move and you could lose out.
Yeah,
you know?
this isn't necessarily the move to make. Taking two pieces off your roster right now in return for someone that may not be back until, again, week 12, maybe week 12.
And look at it this way: Kareem Hunt is the starting running back for at least 3 more weeks at the bare minimum. I mean, you're looking at probably a month before Pacheco was even hitting the field. And then he's not going to come in week 1 and be 18 carries and 125 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, honestly, I'm not looking to get rid of Hunt unless it's really an advantage for me. But, I mean, I like Evans, but I don't think I'm doing that.
No, I like Deontay too. It's gonna be interesting how that plays out, especially with Zay Flowers. If that, that might open it up a little bit more for Zay Flowers to get more downfield targets.
Yeah, I mean, the best way to look at that is it's the Deontay trade is good for the Ravens as a football team, but it's bad for Deontay and Flowers in fantasy, just because now it caps both of their ceilings. I mean, we got to see how that plays out.
Yeah, the only saving grace is the fact that Flowers and Lamar already have the chemistry. And Deontay hasn't got, but I think Deontay's like he could be quarterback proof.
Yeah, and Deontay's not going to go out and only get 2 targets a week.
No,
guarantee you they're not going to trade for him and only give him 2 targets a week.
No,
I mean, so he's going to be involved.
Yep.
So I don't mind getting rid of him in something to get Evans. I don't like the Hunt part.
No.
Of that.
All right.
I'm keeping Love
and
Willis in flex.
But you might lose points that way if you
Love gets. Mel, are you saying you're starting both of them?
That's how I'm reading it.
Or are you saying that you're? I guess I'm not understanding. I would not start both of them. I would only start whoever starts. They're not both going to be. It's not going to be a swap out QB situation. I mean,
yeah. How you doing, Clark? Thank you. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification button for us, please. Hey guys, Kyler or Tua and Otton or Kincaid? Otton for sure. I take Otton over Kincaid because he's pretty much wide receiver 1.
Yeah, I mean, I was very skeptical last week about the Buccaneers and how they would perform. I mean, I'm still skeptical, but you got to go with the hot hand, and Otton's the hot hand right now.
Yeah, so I'd go Otton Kyler in this scenario.
I agree. Yeah, it's going to be rainy. All right.
15. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification button. We'll be back Sunday, tomorrow night, about 7:30 Eastern for a reaction show. I traded Amari Cooper, Zach Moss, and a 2025 third for Xavier Legette and Josh Jacobs. How did I do? Full PPR Dynasty. I have Hall, Monty, Pollard, and now Jacobs as my running backs.
Okay, so we traded Amari Cooper, Zach Moss, and a third. I like it.
I like it too.
I mean, to me, Cooper's still going to be viable for years. I mean, he's not going away anytime soon. Zach Moss, who knows what's going to be with him after this year. The third round, to me, I don't look at draft picks as valuable as everyone else a lot of times, because I'd rather have the player that I already know what they are. People get too obsessed with getting draft picks and they acquire all these draft picks and like, I got all these first. Yeah, but you look at the NFL. Teams get take guys top 5 every year that don't pan out. Like it's there's no guarantee. So I would always rather have the player than a pick. So I think you did good.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And plus, with Pollard being hurt, that fills that spot right there.
Yeah. So he'd have Monty or he's got Breece Hall and Monty.
Yeah.
So he was good at running back, but now he's just even more.
Yeah. That's a solid running back room.
And he got a wide receiver too. I don't know what his wide receivers look like, but he got Leggett. So
Addison or McMillan for flex?
I like Minnesota versus the Colts this week.
Yeah. Will this be Addison's breakout game? He seems to be. I traded him for Jameson Williams beginning of the season, and I'm kind of glad I did. Because Jameson has got me points, but Addison's kind of disappeared. I don't know what the deal is with that, because he did good last year.
Yeah, but that was
Addison is more
fault, last year. I'm probably but on paper, it's probably Addison just because, or McMillan. I'm sorry, it's probably McMillan because he'll have more potential target share.
Yeah,
just because there is no one other than Otten catching balls. But if it was me, I'm probably playing Addison.
Yeah, I agree.
Just because I don't trust Addison that he's going to get points, but against the Colts, I like it. And I don't trust McMillan yet.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel good. I don't feel good playing either of them, but I feel better playing Addison.
But Addison also break one off too.
Yeah, and then McMillan, I like McMillan. He's a talented wide receiver.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen it yet, and I know they're going to have to put up some points against KC, but I don't know. I think I'm siding with Addison on this one. Jonesy, where are you? I'm right here. I don't know. I don't know what you're asking. Where am I? I know where. I wonder if that's Doug. Is that you? Like my buddy Doug? Love or Herbert? I'd usually go Love easily, but wet weather. A lot of people worried about the weather. What are you doing, Ron?
See, I understand this too, because in the 2 quarterback league I have Cousins, Love, and Stafford, and because of him maybe re-aggravating his injury, I'm going Stafford, but I'd probably take Love over Herbert because of the passing offense.
Yeah, and if my choice was Love or Stafford, I could justify going Stafford.
And what are you hearing out of through your Green Bay? Because I know you follow content, Green Bay content people. So
all I've heard is that it's game time, and it sounds like he's playing. But there's no guarantee. Yeah. But they're not going to, like I said earlier, they're not going to play him unless he feels good and they feel good.
Yeah.
And Justin Herbert, it's not a passing offense.
No. So,
okay, you're worried about Love, but what's Herbert's ceiling?
Exactly.
15 points. Herbert's not going to come out and go put up 30. It's just not the offense they run.
Had a pretty good game last week.
Yeah, but how often?
Yeah, but that was more McConkey.
I know.
Getting loose.
I know. But I think that's why we have the question. Yeah, the ceiling's higher for Jordan Love. I think the ceiling's higher for Jordan Love in the rain.
Yeah, Herbert, this is his scores. 10 points, 12 points, 9 points, 11 points, 13 points, 14 points, and 24 points. If
it's perhaps a shitty forecast, in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Who's to say that's not a shitty forecast in Cleveland? Do we have anything?
True.
Do we have anything on that?
I don't know what. It's supposed to be mostly sunny.
All right, still. Yeah, I get it.
I'm going love.
Yeah, I'm going to love too.
Could be a tough game for both of them. I'd go with Jordan Love. You know what I like to do in these situations? Sometimes, whichever site that you're working with, ESPN, Sleeper, Yahoo, who's projected to score more points? That's the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I said sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes.
Sit JT for no. You're never sitting JT.
Goat God.
Even though they're playing Minnesota, but look how Kyron Williams ran pretty good against Minnesota, and JT is a better running back than Kyron Williams.
JT plays for you every single week. I don't care what the matchup is. If he's healthy and he's active, he's in your lineup.
Goat God. I know we're loving Tyrone.
But it depends what your flex is or something. You might be able to get Tracy in your lineup too.
Yeah.
This game will be boring.
Aren't they all just about right now?
Tuckercraft.
Kraft.
Sold. Cam Daddy, baby. Nico and Pacheco coming back off of IR soon.
He has Jefferson and Chase.
Good God. How?
It could be a keeper league, could be Dynasty, could be anything. Could be people just drafted bad. Okay, so he's wide receivers are strong.
Very strong. Maybe trade Nico for a running back.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to trade one of them, I'm going to trade Pacheco before I trade Nico. But that's hopefully to get another running back.
Yeah. But you could probably get more and better with Nico than Pacheco, right?
Yeah, probably.
That's how I look at it.
But he probably nailed, if not traded, nailed the Jefferson Chase at the 10-11 turn.
He could have.
In the 1-2.
Yeah, true.
That's how that happened, if it wasn't a trade. And B, you may, possibly want to look to maybe get one of those top tier running backs, possibly. Okay,
if you were a Jonathan Taylor owner and you needed wide receiver help,
I would want Chase or Jefferson for that. That's what that would be my ask. And I don't think Goat Daddy wants to part with one of those two. He wants to part with possibly Nico.
Because Nico, he was putting up wide receiver numbers when he was healthy.
He was, and he very well could. Yeah, see, here's the thing, right?
What's the target?
I got Nico, I got Pacheco. My wide receivers are Jefferson and Chase and Amari. The RBs are JK and Tyrone and Alexander Madison, along with Rashad White. His quarterback, and there's his tight end, 10-man, half PPR, trading Nico and or Pacheco to get better. If you could move Nico and possibly Alexander Madison, possibly even just ship off Rashad White and Nico, you're looking for Kyron Williams at that point. You're looking for Jonathan Taylor at that point. You're looking for Breece Hall at that point. You're looking for one of those two. 3.
Yeah.
That would be the move.
I'll tell you
And
what. Oh, go ahead.
No, and I was gonna say, and you're selling it. Obviously, you're gonna attempt to sell it on the fact of, look, when Nico comes back, you got yourself a top 5 wide receiver. Shouldn't even really need to say that to the owner, but I mean, like, look, if you need to, like, kind of like sort of sell it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so here I don't want you to trade away Nico just to get someone unless it's worth it. Like, don't just give them away in this. Like, you can survive because you have Jefferson, Chase, Nico when he gets back. I don't know if you start 2 or 3 wide receivers or how many flex you start, but you could get by with Dobbins, Tracy, Madison as your running backs.
Yeah.
If you had to. So, because you got Josh Allen at QB, you got Kelsey at tight end. I'm assuming you're probably doing okay this year. I mean, it's a 10-man, so rosters are a little bit, inflated with talent, but I would look and see who needs a wide receiver and then see what your running back targets are and then come back and ask us, say this guy has these guys, who should I target?
Come back and ask us tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Maybe difficult to get a deal done that fast, but hell, if it gets done, it gets done. Yeah, let us know. Browns pass rush, Zadarius Smith, who has 5 sacks on the sale. Yeah, that's not news. KJ Goat, what's up? The better flex. Coker, Javante, Deontay, Taysom Hill, ladies and gentlemen. Taysom Hill in the full PPR. I'm probably going to play and regret playing Javante Williams here. We're going to play Jalen Coker in this situation?
No.
Deontay Johnson?
No.
Not playing Hill.
All right, then.
Williams might have a
We just answered Javante Williams by default, more or less.
Yeah.
That's
I
actually I might roll Deontay Johnson. Just
I don't trust Javante.
I don't. Well, yeah, I don't really trust Javante either. But do you trust?
No,
Jalen,
I don't trust any of these options.
Do you trust Jalen Coker?
No.
No, I don't really trust Jalen Coker or Bryce Young either. No, I don't trust that, and I don't trust Deontay Johnson yet.
Yeah, I mean Javante's, I guess, the one I'm trusting the most. So I'm going to go Javante.
Tough matchup. Temper your expectations.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're giving sympathy to the Chiefs. Every team has so many injuries. I'm not giving any sympathy to the Chiefs. How did that work out?
how did it work out?
I don't think it worked out.
Starting Jefferson.
I'd love to know what the offer was for CMC. Starting JJ and Cup. Should I flex Puka or go with Chris Olave versus Carolina?
Carr's playing tomorrow against Carolina.
That's going to be a tough decision every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are both wide receivers for the Rams going to continuously do what they did last Thursday, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're on a mini bye. Yet you've got a little bit of concern over the issue with Puka. I don't know how serious it is. I don't think it's that serious, but nevertheless, I don't know why I wouldn't want to start both receivers on any team. Period. I don't want to do that every week.
And with all the who's Olave's, they're throwing the Tippin or Olave, right? Or Moreau, or Javon Jennings. Yeah, so I'd go Olave.
I think it's Olave here too.
Carr's healthy.
I think it's Olave.
Yeah.
Olave. CC Goat Incorporated. Everybody, we really appreciate you being here on this fine, fantastic, beautiful, wonderful Saturday Start Sit Show. Please like the stream. Please subscribe to our brand new channel. We really appreciate all of you. ETN is out. Is he out?
Is he out?
Did I just come in? Do I have faith in Bucky? Yeah, I do. Sure, I have faith in Bucky. Playing the Chiefs. Well, that's not an easy task. A little bit of a tall order, but nevertheless, we've got faith in Bucky for a flex spot. Yeah, flex.
Because ETN is battling Bigsby, and Bigsby's up. So
I don't want Bucky in it as an RB2. I wouldn't want that at all. But in a flex situation, again, playing the Chiefs, it's not a small feat. Trade away Deontay Johnson or Michael Pittman for Tyrone Tracy. I would trade away Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, not Pittman.
Yeah, don't trade away Pittman. Deontay for Tracy, I would do.
100%. 100%.
Okay, so he meant Bigsby.
Oh.
Okay,
so take Bigsby with ETN out. That's a different story. What was the other option again?
Did he mean Bigsby out, or did he mean any faith with Bigsby in the flex?
Yeah.
So the question becomes, is ETN playing or not? If ETN is out, total faith in Tank Bigsby, even not in the flex. If ETN is playing, now that's a different situation.
Yeah.
That's a completely different situation, and in a what we think to be a poor game script for the Jacksonville Jaguars in Philadelphia. Tough game for Tank.
Yeah, I don't like this. If ETN plays, I don't like it. Even if ETN doesn't play, I don't like it.
If ETN doesn't play, it's still not a great situation for Tank.
Yeah, because ETN and Tank Bigsby ankle are both listed as questionable. So Friday that ETN will likely be a game time decision. So
but it always comes down to who's your other option, though.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, he gave it to us, didn't he? Bucky, right? Or did he mean Bigsby?
Yeah, but I don't know which one he meant was Bucky. So
all right,
or it was Bigsby. So
hopefully, Tear Goat will more will be able to be uncovered a little bit later on.
Pick two full PPR Pittman Jr., D-Hop, or Sutton. I'd probably go Pittman and D-Hop.
I'd go Pittman, and I would go Cortland Sutton against the Ravens. Again, allowing 290 yards. Someone's got to catch the ball.
True.
That's what I would do here. D-Hop. I could see D-Hop.
D-Hop versus Buccaneers. I mean.
And again, the Ravens are the 31st ranked team against allowing passing yards. 31st. It's just sad.
That's just sad, exactly.
That's sad. So, like, again, I could see Cortland Sutton going over 100 yards. Whether he finds the end zone or not.
I could see D-Hop doing it, too.
I just go by who's the better
Buccaneers?
Yeah.
I
think Winfield's out
against the worst.
This ain't again. This ain't 2017.
It doesn't have to be. When you're playing the Buccaneers, you don't have to be. You could be 90 years old and catch 150 yards against that. Like,
I think I think a lot of us are still. We still have the pedigree of DeAndre Hopkins, like, to work off of. We're still working off of that.
I'm working off of how bad the Buccaneers' deep passing defense is.
Yeah,
as is the Ravens.
Worse. Yeah, they are.
Who's a better quarterback in getting the ball to the person, Bo Nix or Mahomes?
Mahomes.
That's my tiebreak.
Yeah, exactly.
personally.
Mine too.
I just trust Mahomes more than I trust Knicks. I mean, Sutton is the number one option, and Diop is probably the number two option behind Kelsey. So maybe that evens out.
Doesn't Antoine Winfield still play for this team?
Yeah, but he's injured.
Is
I
he?
believe. Let me see.
Doesn't Rondé Barber still play for this team?
Rondé Barber. All right, we did that one.
ISO flip, go. Raider 77. Taylor Johnson, do it. Flacco.
Agreed.
Pittman, Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah, Winfield's questionable to start tomorrow.
No, look at that. Non-PPR.
Jeez, 3.
I'll leave all the non-PPR questions to you guys.
Choose 3. Tony Pollard, Kareem Hunt, Montgomery, Rashad White.
Put Montgomery at running back.
Are we choosing 3? Just any 3? Or 3 of each?
Just he needs 3. Choose 3.
I mean, are they all flex position? Could I choose? Okay.
I go Montgomery.
I mean, Drake. Yeah, Montgomery's starting. To me,
Montgomery, London, and Smith. That's what I do.
And London is starting. Yeah.
Now, would you play Devontae Smith over Reed? I know I play him over White or Hunt.
Well, I'm playing London over Reed and Smith.
Yeah.
But I'm choosing Hunt and Montgomery as my other 2.
See, I would go Montgomery, London, and Smith.
Just because Smith sometimes needs that PPR boost. You know,
That's true. That's
or
true.
Hunt.
So, yeah, I'll agree with you.
Hunt,
Montgomery,
he's getting the ball at the goal lines. You know, I mean, which they should have plenty of goal line opportunities this week. Montgomery's an always start, whether it's PPR or non-PPR.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And
with you.
London is an automatic start either way. I think, no matter what kind of league you're in.
I agree with you.
Frizzle.
Not sure if it was coffee.
Oof.
It was probably the coffee.
Can you pick him back up?
Well,
Probably not.
Probably not until after the game's not.
Probably not. I don't know what the
depends
hell
on
I was
the league.
thinking.
I mean, Scott Fishbowl, you can pick someone up as soon as they're dropped, but
He's like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
We've all done that.
we've all been there.
Oh God. Oh, almost on a weekly basis sometimes.
Speak for yourselves.
Kelsey
I
or
don't know.
Howard, Connor or Dobbins.
That was good.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm going Connor. Connor's the running back for me.
I would go Bowers.
And then Bowers or Kelsey. I mean, probably lean Bowers.
I would go Brolic Bowers. Jacoby Myers can't catch everything. And we know for sure that they're going to be throwing.
Yeah.
Alexander Madison can't catch everything. Look at
Tyler.
What's up, Tyler?
Ferguson.
No, wait. You know what? No, I'll go Otten still.
I'm going on.
Yeah.
Is he going to score 2 touchdowns every game?
No, but
He doesn't need to score. He can just keep.
Like I said, he's the hot hand.
Ferguson probably.
He's the hot hand in that offense right now. He's the only thing that's working in that offense.
So let me get my trusty pad out over here. Trusty pad. Okay. Rhino says Otten. Shepard says Ferguson.
Sterling Shepard.
Ferguson. I'll be Sterling Shepard. All right, let's proceed.
All right.
To follow up, I got over James Conner for Nico. Ooh.
Ooh.
To follow up.
No.
Appreciate the follow up.
Yeah. I like James Conner, but I don't think I'm giving
for
up Nico for him.
I would need a wide receiver too.
I like the way the league maneuvers, though, right? Look how fast that shit was.
Yeah.
Amari, yeah.
If you have Conner, you have to handcuff him. So if you don't already have, Benson's probably available in most leagues, but Amari Cooper or Lad McConkey. What are you doing, Rhino?
I'm going Lad because Amari Cooper's been injured all week, and he's still learning the offense. So I go Lad.
Yeah, I'm going Amari Cooper on this one.
So am I.
I'm going to side with the better passing offense. Amari Cooper, I mean, this is week 3.
Yeah.
Being on the Bills, I think he should be better.
Limited practice 3 times this week. Yeah. Data favors playing. I don't know what that means, man. 60% plus mild production dip. That's the note here from Deepak.
Our guy.
Should I put that up?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay. No.
You just read it, so there's no point of putting it up, really.
It's true.
Start 2 wide receivers, start 2 running backs, and 3 flex. Good Lord.
Is it we just not picking? We're just sitting one person, right? Because that's 2, 4, 5. That starts 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 people here. So who are we sitting?
We're going to sit. You ready?
Go ahead.
We're going to sit Juan Dalius.
What?
Yeah, it's just he's not doing it for us.
I agree.
You're sounding like me now.
We're gonna sit.
You're wearing off, man.
You're listening to the Jones ago.
Look, man, I'm going to be one that is going to not be prisoner of the moment. That's right. I'm going to take it week per week, just like I have been doing for the last 22 freaking seasons. Not going to be prisoner of the moment. We're going to adjust and we're going to pivot where we need to and have to. And we're going to evaluate it on a week per week basis. Right now, Juan Dalius is not getting it done for us, Quincy Goat.
Nope.
But does it start and stop there, though? Because, again, start 2 wide receivers, start 2 running back, and 3 flex. So Marvin Harrison Jr. is definitely one.
It's 7 people that you're starting. There's 8 people here. So you're sitting 1.
And I just got news in on Tank Bigsby. Plans to play. That's not a big surprise. I think what we're waiting for is ETN.
Yeah.
I'd go Wandale too. Kamara's gonna eat tomorrow.
Yeah, Kamara.
Yeah,
the only people you're debating here would really probably be Wandale, Pop, and McMillan.
I'm not sweating McMillan. I'm sweating Pop or Wandale, but Pop is kind of wide receiver 1.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay.
I'm going Wandale.
All right, it was offered Amon-Ra, Kelsey, and Hunt for Walker, Neighbors, and Hopkins.
I would take Amon. I would take the Amon-Ra, Kelsey, and Hunt.
For Kenny Skywalker, Malik Neighbors, and DeAndre Hopkins, which side wins? Was offered Amon-Ra, Kelsey, and Kareem.
Okay, so I'm assuming he has Walker, Neighbors, and Hopkins currently.
Yeah. I'm on Ron, Kelsey, and Hunt.
No, I want Kenny Skywalker, Malik Neighbors, and I would take DeAndre Hopkins here. I want the better running back. I'll take the aging Hopkins over the aging tight end. And okay, so then that side has the better wide receiver out of the two, and I'm on Ra.
But yeah, I mean, okay, so to me, Kelsey and Hopkins kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Walker's better than Hunt, just because there's the clear 100% he's the starter the rest of the season. Hunt, there is question marks. And Amon-Ra is obviously better than Neighbors, but Neighbors isn't that much of a drop-off from Amon-Ra.
No.
So really, it's the running backs that decide this, and I want to be on the Walker side.
Good deal either way, though. Vampire is bad. I would not take Garrett Wilson even if you gave them to me for free. Hates Garrett Wilson, man.
You'd think she had to make another comment about him, too.
How does he suck?
She's a
nightmare. Mel.
It's biased.
How Tank Dell play?
It's biased. Tank Dell played well.
All right, who we flex in? Reed, probably DJ Moore, or Tracy.
Volume play here, baby.
Yeah.
Volume.
I'm going DJ Moore. Just because he's got to turn it around at some point. I know it's been rough.
When he gets them in the earlier question.
It's volume. Tyrone Tracy, volume.
Yeah, I'm going Tracy.
Doug Davis, baby. Use Ertz as the flex. Doug, he's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
Kind of. Is Zach Ertz really that much of a better option?
Who's your starting tight end would be my question. Probably, I mean, it's probably going to be McBride or something. That's usually the answer. But
yeah, Tilbert's worth it.
It's a sneaky flyer to start Jalen Tolbert against the Falcons. Highest applied total on the board. We're expecting points. CD Lamb can't score all of their touchdowns. That's why we also like Ferguson. Yeah, Jalen Tolbert could very well get in the end zone or have himself a nice 5 for 80. Now, is Zach Ertz going to do that? Possible. It's possible.
Ertz has been one of the most consistent tight ends this year.
It's possible. I wouldn't want to start that volatile position in the flex, though.
Yeah,
that's the problem there.
Yeah,
I don't want a tight end in the flex. I want to put a tight end in the tight end, unless this is a premium setting, and we all know that. Puka on the bench equals bench points. Hey,
I was wrong with it. I was wrong for saying sit him unless you have a worse it's all lineup dependent. It's when something like that happens, it's not just a clear you're starting this guy, you're sitting this guy. You got to weigh your options, So if it's I'm playing Puka over Brian Thomas Jr., I wouldn't have taken the risk. I would play Brian Thomas in that situation. Yeah. But if it's Puka over Jalen Tolbert, I'm playing Puka. So it's all situational. Coker, Slayton, Komet. Well, not Komet.
I think I'll go Darius.
Not. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go Darius Slayton here. I don't love it, but
The lesser of the two evils.
Yeah, pretty much. Tank Dell, Chase Brown, Kelvin. Oh, okay, so it's a trade. Tank Dell, Chase Brown, and Kelvin Ridley for Debo.
No,
that's too much.
no,
I love Debo, but that's too much.
way too much. Way.
Yeah.
How many times he's been hurt this year, and plus coming off pneumonia still?
Yeah, that's too much for.
Maybe do Calvin Ridley for Debo, if anything, but
yeah, I don't know. If, most likely, you might be able to get away with like a Calvin Ridley or Tank Dell and Chase Brown. Probably two of the three here.
I don't even do.
I still don't know if I would
Chase
even
Brown
like
for
it.
Debo.
I like the rest of the season outlook for Tank Dell and Chase Brown too much, and even Calvin Ridley. There's no one else there, so
Yeah.
There's a lot of upside with those three guys, even though I love Debo.
Do you think Will Levis ever gets the job back, or do you think Mason Rudolph is going to stay as quarterback?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you care? Do you care, Jonesy?
Not really.
No?
I mean, I do because I do have Ridley in a couple spots.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Ridley in best ball, I think, but it is what it is.
Terrible situation is what it is.
Yeah. What's up, Skyler?
Skyler, how you doing?
Who's more likely to score more than one touchdown? Dak. Or Sam? Who's more likely to rush the ball into the end zone for 6?
Dak.
Neither.
Well, Dak, he may not have done it this year so far, but he's been able to do it in the past.
Capable of doing it.
Yeah, he's capable of it. The answer is Dak.
I don't know. I'm going Darnold in this one.
So Darnold is more likely to score more than one touchdown, and Dak's not?
Against the Colts?
Against the Colts.
And Dak against Atlanta? Yeah. I would.
I'm sticking with Dak.
Dak. Tingley, start two.
Hey,
Pop, Jalen, Elijah Moore, Jalen, Cocker, or Xavier Leggett. I don't know why you have both Carolina Panther wide receivers, but nevertheless, start two here. I would go. Pop is tough this week. Elijah Moore sneaky. I mean, the Carolina Panther wide receivers are sneaky, but we're not going to start both of them. We have to pick one of them.
I'd start Leggett.
We're going to start Leggett. We're going to start Pop. Pop here. Tough, though.
Yeah.
But Pop with Drake May.
Yeah, it's a lot of tough options here. I think I'm going to go. Kind of want to say Tolbert, but I'm going to go Douglas and Elijah Moore.
I think I'll go Leggett. Leggett for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
In that sad state of affairs, it's tough. But what Jonesy said is absolutely 100% correct. That's a tough group right there.
You're really just
that's a tough group.
Throw all their names into a hat and pull two names out, and that's about as good as a choice as you're going to get between those guys.
The Titans, the Patriots, the Cardinals, or the Rams. Start the defense here. We're going to start the home team, Tennessee Titans, against the Patriots.
Rams are a sneaky play, though. They're sneaky, but I would go with Titans because they're home. But Rams are a sneaky play.
Yeah, I'm going to say Titans.
Tingley goat.
Go Titans.
Dynasty.
Goat Buck. Playing some Dynasty. Well, okay,
Yeah,
so this definitely makes things the fact that it's Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, AJ Brown, Amon Brown, Drake London, Brian Thomas Jr. Dynasty. Trade away Mike Evans Deontay Adams. Yeah, trade it away. Sure, trade away
Minus
for
one.
who are you trading away for?
Or London for
Amon Ra, London, Brian Thomas.
Dynasty.
Evans, Devontae, and AJ Brown.
Four. I get it. I
Yeah.
see it. I see it now.
I think I'd do it because they're younger.
Yeah, you're not getting that much of a drop off in production, or even if at all. I mean, I don't like giving up AJ Brown, but I mean, like I said, your production drop off isn't really there, and you're getting a little bit younger. I would do that. I'd want Amon Ra, London, and Brian Thomas.
Yeah, I think so. Dynasty, yeah. Are you with us, Sieg?
Check.
Okay.
All right, who should I start in my flex? Calvin Ridley, Jacoby Myers, Darnell Mooney.
Ooh.
I always say no to Mooney, and then he goes off, so I don't even want to touch this.
I think I would start Darnell Mooney here.
Or I'm going to say Mooney, and then he's going to go out for 2 points. And then
Darnell's been playing well, though. I mean, he's an option in this passing game, along with Kyle Pitts. And again, we're going to go to the game that has the most points on the board, or at least the most implied points on the board. Yep. So
going Mooney too.
I will say Mooney.
Let's go with the guy with the better quarterback as well, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, KJ. Yes.
Very, very much so.
Abel? Kane and Abel? Keep two.
Worthy, JSN, Rashid White, and Raheem Mostert.
Keep two?
I'm keeping Worthy and JSN.
You're not keeping Raheem Mostert for anything.
Right,
keep two. So, like, keep two in a keeper league?
Why are you keeping Worthy for anything? If this is a redraft, if it's a keeper or a dynasty, it's a different story.
Yeah, I don't see this being a redraft, but it might be. I don't think it is though.
Or a keeper league.
Keep two. Worthy, JSN, Rashad White.
Worthy just because Worthy's the upside of Worthy.
What kind of league this is really a
paramount to us coming up with the best answer. Also, Evan Ingram or Jake. Lucas, go. We
need more info.
We have a feeling that we're talking about a keeper league, but we could be wrong. We don't know if it's a keeper league or not.
So okay.
Honestly, I don't know what's the weather if Jordan Love plays this whole game. To be honest,
if he starts, the only way he's coming out is if he gets injured. But you can't. You can use that in your decision making, but that's more decision making of should I start Jordan Love or Matt Stafford?
Yeah.
Not playing both Love and Willis. Because if Love plays the whole game, then you're just handing a 0 to your other spot.
Yeah, playing Malik Willis, man. That's.
I'm only playing whoever starts. I'm not playing. I would play anyone in that second spot over playing both quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I get it. Devontae Smith, Connor, Flex, PPR, also Pittsburgh, and Njoku, PPR. We're going to go with Njoku. That's the easier of the two here. And Devontae Smith or James Conner. Probably go James Conner.
I'm going Pitts. Pitts and Devontae Smith.
I'm going to go Pitts too, just because I don't trust Njoku as much. It's very close with them this week, I think. And I'm going to go Connor. And what's the other? Because I know Connor's going to get a workload.
What an Njoku. Clark Goat.
A lot of Bryans. Dobbins, Bigsby. How many do you need?
Yeah,
Just one? Let's assume it's one.
I go Robinson.
Is that you, Clark, on X? Just curious. B. Robinson, B. Thomas, J.K., Tank Bigsby, or Tank Bigsby. So it's like, yeah. I guess this would be the flex too, right?
Yeah.
One of these guys for a flex.
I'm
One of these
assuming it's
guys.
one.
One of these dudes for the flex, and let's also, I mean, like, look, BTJ game time decision. We don't know what's happening there. We know Tank's gonna play. We got that info. J.K. Dobbins. I think Brian Robinson is a pretty good choice here.
To me, it goes in order of what he wrote.
Yeah,
Brian
it's a pretty
Robinson,
Brian
Thomas Jr.,
Bri-
Dobbins, and then Bigsby.
Brian Robinson Jr. is a solid play if it's a flex play.
It's just who is healthy. That's going to be the, if Brian Robinson's not playing, then you move to Brian Thomas. If Brian Thomas isn't playing, then you move to Dobbins. If Dobbins tears his ACL on the way to the bus, then you play Bigsby.
Amazingly, the healthiest player out of these four is J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Amazingly. I wonder if I just jinxed that, but nevertheless, J.K. Dobbins in week 9 is still going.
I would have never thought.
My team right now is Hurts, Joseph, Kenny Skywalker, Jamar, Tank, Jameer, the Vikings D, Austin Seabird. Okay, thank you for that information. The bench would be the Broncos, Curious George, Aaron Jones, Jalen Waddle, Lad McConkey, Cortland Sutton, the Chuba. What trades could I do to improve my team? Probably with the wide receivers.
Okay.
Being that it's Jamar, Tank, then I saw Curious George, Jalen Waddle, Lad McConkey. Are you sure? It's probably with one of the wide receivers. Yeah, you're going to want to attempt to move one or two of these dudes to upgrade again, to get into that tier 1 or at the very top of tier 2 of running backs to go along with Joe Mixon and Kenny Skywalker. I think that's what you're implying or what you're asking of us right now.
He's got Mixon, Walker, Gibbs, Aaron Jones,
and Chuba.
He's good at, yeah, you could upgrade.
Yeah, so I'm reading it as if like I'm probably taking the wide receivers, or is he probably upgrading the wide receivers? I'm thinking that it was taking one of these wide receivers to
well, I think it's just what can I do, or what area needs improvement, and
probably wide receivers. So again, what could you do to improve the team? Well, it's a pretty well constructed team right now. So that's first things first.
Wrong team.
First thing I would do would be drop the Broncos defense and pick up another player.
Yeah.
Unless you have to carry 2 defenses, then
or drop Vikings defense.
I had a league once where you had to carry 2 kickers and 2 defenses. I left the league.
But again, I bet you he could take.
I would too, Jonesy. I would too.
I bet you he could take like Lad, and I bet you he could take Chuba and turn that into a better running back. I bet you he could do that.
Or even that and Aaron Jones for a better running back.
Well, see, I don't think he needs it, but I think if anything, he's better at running back than he is at wide receiver.
He's really strong because he has Gibbs and Mixon.
Mixon, Walker, Gibbs, and then Chase.
Yeah.
Chase, Pickens, and Dell. That's top 3 versus top 3 in my opinion.
Look to see what other people in your league need the most, and go that way.
Yeah, honestly, Froggy, it depends what your record is. If you're winning games, I wouldn't do anything. Unless you're,
Foggy Mans.
Unless you're fighting for a playoff spot right now, I would just hold.
I wouldn't. Nobody will even trade me for CMC right now.
Does she have CMC? Or is she trying to get CMC?
I think she's attempting to get CMC.
Yeah. Well, now is the wrong time because he's 2 weeks away from being active. And if someone held him this long, they're not going to trade him now. You're going to have to overpay if you do get him, probably. Pick 2, half PPB. I can never say PPR. Every time, man. If Pollard's out, Madison, Wandale, or Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut, ladies and gentlemen. Pick 2 in the half PPR, and in the situation, Tony Pollard is out.
If he's your RB2, Wandale Robinson wouldn't work in a running back spot. Unless you only start one running back and you're just saying he's your second running back.
And I'm playing Madison over Chestnut.
Yeah, probably. Madison, I'm going out of this group.
Lucas the Wise.
Our first Baker question. I'm surprised, actually.
Why?
I don't know.
Playing the Chiefs.
I guess, yeah. I guess everyone's more.
Playing the Chiefs.
I'm just more doubtful on Baker than the field, I guess.
You're more what?
I'm more doubtful on him.
No. Baker, Donald, or Prescott? I think I'm going Prescott in this against Atlanta.
I've got Sammy Darnold and Dak back to back, one right after another in the rankings. And then I've got no. Where the hell is this guy? Jordan Love Stavricino. Oh, yeah. And I got Mayfield all the way down at 17. It's because he's playing the Chiefs. So the question becomes Darnold over Dak. I'm going to go with Dak. Playing the Falcons.
I'm going Baker. He's the hot QB right now.
1 second.
And until he shows me otherwise, it's hard for me to go against him at this point.
Cam Daddy 6-2 in the 10-man league. Got off for Derrick Henry, Xavier Worthy, for Justin Jefferson, and Tyrone. Also Nico, also Rashad for Chubb, Mostert, and Pittman. Thoughts? I'm just nervous about my running back room. Don't be nervous, Cam. Goat.
No.
Don't be nervous.
I'm not getting rid of JJ.
Okay.
I think you're nervous because it's Tyrone. Don't be nervous. Also, Nico, Rashad White for.
I'm not looking to get Chubb or Mostert.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah. Offer Henry and Xavier Worthy for JJ, for Jefferson and Tyrone. If there was one more person in that trade, a third person, I'd probably do that, but otherwise I'm not.
Yeah, you're not getting enough back.
No.
I mean, Henry and JJ wash, you could say. But Tyrone's way better than Xavier Worthy. So you're not getting enough back with Xavier Worthy. And then I'm not looking for Chubb or Mostert. Those are two guys that I'm not investing in.
No, I might do the Also, Nico Rashid White 4, Chubb, Mostert, and Pittman. I would probably do that one.
I'm not giving up Nico for 2 questionable running backs.
We probably have till week 11, right? Week 11 till we can't trade anymore, or at least that's most leagues. You can't trade till we could trade up till week 11.
Yeah, I mean some leagues are this week or after this week. Because that's some leagues.
I was gonna say Cam Daddy. I was gonna say, again, I don't think the move needs to be made right now. If there's still some weeks left where you could trade, maybe next week or even in 2 weeks, I would still sit tight. Let's see, again, if you win this week and you're 7-2, you're in the driver's seat, and I don't know if I would really want to make a move.
Yeah. The only thing I would suggest Cam is because he had JK, right? Trying to find it. Yeah, he had Dobbins, Tracy, Madison, Rashad White. If you got an open roster spot at all, I would look at getting Kamani Vital and protect that Chargers.
Kamani. We were just singing the.
Maybe you never have to use him, but I'd rather have him than not with having Dobbins. That would make me feel a little bit better about your running back room. I mean, I'm not going to cut a big name for him or anything, but I would want to try to acquire him. But yeah, I would hold for now. I don't like these trades personally. Pick 2, half PPR, Downs, DJ Moore, I'm assuming, or Deontay Johnson. I'm not sure. Tillman.
Pick 2 in the half PPR, Josh Downs, DJ
I'm
Moore.
going DJ Moore.
Cedric.
See, I don't know if it's DJ Moore or if it's Deontay Johnson.
Cedric the Entertainer. Set on starting Josh Downs, but stuck between DJ and Cedric the Entertainer. I would go with especially if it's DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's DJ Moore, you're going DJ Moore.
Especially, although again, I want to temper the expectations on DJ Moore. He's not having the best season. He's just not through 8. Nevertheless, we're going to continue to ride with him, considering again his pedigree, his NFL career so far to date. DJ Moore is still a start.
If it's Deontay Johnson,
if it's Deontay Johnson, I may go with.
I'm probably going Tillman.
I may go with Cedric the Entertainer. Yeah, I may go with Cedric the Entertainer. Bucks arguably the worst than Commanders DPs. Bucks arguably worse than Commanders DPs.
Yes, Cody.
Thank you, Cody. Be growing stuff. Go love a golf, bad weather, but they're my only 2 options. Pick one. Well, they're both playing one another too. That's the interesting part.
Golf doesn't play very good in the outdoors.
No, of course not.
He's an indoor cat.
He doesn't play outdoors, and the NFL doesn't seem to want to give them outdoor games either. Like, not even when they go like okay, yeah, we know that you have to play half of your games. It's not a part of the
script, Sieg. They got to stick to the script.
Yeah, you know that you have to play half your games indoors. We get that part, but you could have at least forced them outdoors for like maybe 2 in a row, something like that. Nevertheless, we're going with Jordan.
Give them
Love.
Recess time. They don't want to be in the gymnasium all the time.
We're going to go with Jordan Love here. We are.
Yeah.
Be growing. Appreciate you.
Jonathan. Play Amari or Worthy this week.
Nice name.
See, I'm going to go Worthy because of Amari was limited practice all week. So I'm always going with a healthier receiver.
The only reason why Xavier Worthy's healthy is because
he doesn't do anything.
Because he's played in like 8 NFL professional games and he doesn't do anything when he's playing in them. That's the only reason why he's healthy.
Xavier Worthy averages 8.3 points a game. Oh wait, that's standard. Let me put it to PPR.
It's gonna go up, obviously.
11 points per game. Amari Cooper's actually Amari Cooper's at 9.9, but
the Worthy number at 11, that's totally touchdown dependent, for crying out loud.
And that's he's 20 points, 4 points, 5 points, 16 points, 11 points, 5 points, 13 points. He's, Amari Cooper, he's up and down lately.
We're gonna go with the crafty veteran, even though he was limited all week. Part of me wants to say that's also veterans limited. I don't know how. I mean, yes,
I don't worry.
Most NFL players, there's something wrong with them somewhere, ankle, toe, finger, shoulder, AC joint. Something's wrong with these dudes somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going Amari too.
I'm gonna go with the crafty veteran here. Your boy, your goat.
Defense. Drop Broncos D to pick up Chiefs D. Or should I drop No, don't drop Tolbert.
No.
To add a second defense?
No. The one flex league, no. Broncos are rated, I think, the number one defense in the league.
Chiefs D is legit. They're legit.
But so is Broncos. I know on ESPN the average 22 points.
20 points. I had a question like this to Sieg the other day because I have the Steelers defense and I wanted to pick up another defense, but all the options were like, teams that are the bottom half, for scoring. So it's tough to drop a top defense when you're just going to get half the points back the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But in this case, depending on his league scoring, if the Chiefs and Broncos are two top defenses, I can justify dropping one.
Number 3 and number 5.
Yeah.
12 touchdowns allowed, 13 touchdowns allowed. We're splitting hairs here. 282 versus 295 for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're both legit defenses.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this week I would probably pick the Chiefs. Chiefs defense, Chargers defense.
We were saying all night that we think that the Chargers defense will travel well. Although traditionally, historically, a traveling defense doesn't do well. We think that this defense is going to live up to at least the expectations against the Browns tomorrow. We do believe that. However, we also know that the Chiefs defense, just by going off of what we just did, happens to be an elite unit.
But they're better against the run than they are the pass, though, too.
Every team is going to be stronger on one part of their unit versus the other part of their unit. Chiefs defense versus Tampa. Chargers defense versus the Browns. Stick with who you have.
Yeah.
Stick with who you have.
Oh, you might have both of them.
Got it, Lord Almighty.
If you have both, I'm going Chargers. Otherwise, if you just have one of them, just stay with whoever you have.
Yeah, I agree.
There's my goat.
Remember him last week?
Oh yeah.
I remember the week before.
Fuck goat.
We appreciate anyone that's been returning. It's It's nice to see familiar names.
Yeah.
Really appreciate all of you. Every single one of you goats. If you're also brand new to our brand new channel,
Damn, that's a good trade.
you're just joining us now. We really appreciate you. Please like and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Fuck, what do we got?
Traded St. Brown, Hopkins, and Deontay for Cut, Brian Thomas, and Downs.
He was in desperate need of a flex, with it being between Hopkins and DeAndre.
I can.
Fuck them.
You're getting a little riskier going St. Brown to Cup, but
Fuck them all.
I like Brian Thomas rest of the season, and Downs now big time rest of the season. Yeah. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, same here.
Mel's laughing. I don't know what, but she's laughing.
She's probably laughing. She's laughing
at us.
She's laughing at me.
We always laugh at you.
Not with me.
Quincy needed one running back. What was his question? Yeah, it was a while ago.
Who's running the ship?
You are. You're the shepherd. You're the good shepherd.
Shepherd.
Off this one?
I am your shepherd. I'm everyone.
There's got to be another one that I missed.
No. Jonesy, we've seen that one.
What's the last one he said? Need one running. Okay, so maybe it's start 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, and 3 flex. I don't know.
I'm playing Kamara. If it's only pick one running back, I'm picking Kamara.
Yeah, if that's what you're talking about, Quincy, then Kamara is your running back.
Who's his competition? Taysom Hill?
Yeah, I can't find anything. I don't know what else.
No, I looked it up earlier to see if I could pick somebody up, but I couldn't find nothing.
All right. Full PPR, who to flex? Wandale, Mostert, McMillan, Lockett, or Tolbert?
The Rams secondary has been pretty locked down last couple of weeks. And plus with DK out, they can concentrate more on Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I think out of all of them, I trust Lockett the most, but
yeah, I hate to say that, but yeah.
I don't love it, but I think out of the options, he's the one I would trust the most.
Yeah, agreed.
Start. So pick 2. Well, you're starting Puka and Marvin Harrison every week.
Yeah.
Coleman is only Coleman will never start over those other 2 guys.
No.
Or should never start over those 2 guys.
Although again, not that we've mentioned this before on this show, but I think we've spoken about it yesterday, maybe even if it wasn't yesterday, it was definitely earlier in the week on the Waiver Wire show. One of our previous shows, Jonesy, that Keon Coleman's starting to play like well. He's getting this. It may be.
He is. Yeah.
It may be something that we need to pay attention to.
You're not starting him over Puka or Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, you're not going to do that. No. But I still want to. I want to see if Keon Coleman could do or make this 3 in a row. That's what I want to see. I want to see Keon Coleman score again, and then we have to have a real serious conversation.
If he can do it 3 weeks in a row, then we start having that conversation. But as of today,
whether Marvin Harrison's got a tough matchup up ahead, I mean, it's going to be tough. But then we're gonna have to try to figure out what to do with Keon Coleman at that point.
Now, what time the Rams play at 1 or 4:25? What time the Bills play?
I thought that the Bills were on at 1, but I could be wrong.
So this is what I would say about that, though, too. I mean, everything that I've read through all the content creators, because I'm a diehard Rams fan, everything that I read is pointing to Puka playing.
Puka, yeah.
But just keep eye on that.
Yeah, that. I mean, but yeah, I mean that's going to be the kicker because Rams play afternoon, Bills are early.
But yeah, I'd go with Puka and Harrison.
Hopefully we get clarification on Puka, but I would assume he's probably going to play. They played him last week. I don't see why they wouldn't play him this week.
See.
Flacco or Winston this week? Flacco.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just waiting to see if you guys had anything.
No, Flacco.
Never Dak.
JK
JK or Tyrone?
Tyrone.
We called him. He picked up.
Tyrone.
No.
Gabe Davis or Xavier Worthy?
No, it's amazing. It's amazing that we may have to start Gabe Davis here. Amazing. They have no other wide receivers except for Peter Parker Washington and Evan Ingram.
Ingram's going to eat tomorrow.
We think he's going to eat. We think he's going to. I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville just absolutely
doesn't score at all.
Gets manhandled. Trevor Lawrence has one of his worst games on record. No one does well. I could see that. They're in a bad environment.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going Worthy.
I'd probably go Worthy too.
If this is the wide receiver 3 spot or the flex spot, I would probably go with Xavier Worthy based on the quarterback. Let's not act surprised tomorrow if Gabe Davis finds the end zone.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You do, Sniper. You have to go figure out some
Good night,
trades.
Mel.
Good night, Mel.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Sniper. Thank you.
Bo Nix, Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
I hope we all don't regret endorsing, recommending, suggesting Jordan Love just because of the name, because of the
you can't. There's not. It's like I said, if it's Jordan Love versus Matt Stafford,
I'm taking Stafford. I am.
You know, but Bo Nix isn't in that startable every week conversation. And if Jordan Love is healthy, or I shouldn't say healthy, if Jordan Love is active and starting, you're playing Jordan Love. I mean,
no, I mean I'm about 98%, 99% of the way there. I am. There's that very minimal, small margin of error. There really is. There is. Now maybe add on a tick or a point due to the fact that he's a little injured, or maybe that the weather may not be. So all of a sudden we're worried about weather. Yeah. We shouldn't be worried about weather, by the way. We should really be worried about or concerned about whether he could seriously aggravate his injury right now. That's what we should be concerned about, not necessarily the fucking rain.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about his injury. If he's playing, I'm not worried about his injury. The only thing I'm worried about with Jordan Love is if he has Josh Jacobs and if he has his center. Because I talked about it last night or Tuesday. I don't remember which night. Josh Myers, their center, is dealing with a hand injury. So,
but yes, in this
more important than weather, or if he's going to re-injure.
In this particular question, this particular start sit from 8K Goat. Yes, I understand and I get why Bo Nix has entered this conversation. He deserves to have entered the conversation. Yeah. He's been playing well, and he gives us what we covered in fantasy for a quarterback, rushing upside. Yes, absolutely. But now right back to your point. It's still, we're talking about a more established, more talented pocket passer, quarterback of the game right now. And on that note, I'll be back in a little bit. The shepherd will return.
Ingram or Njoku?
I'm going Ingram.
That's close. I'm gonna go Ingram though too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him.
What's up, Nick?
Guys? What's up, Nick? How you doing? Pick 2, Chase Brown, James Conner, or Downs. I'm going Brown and Downs.
I mean, it's hard for me to sit James Conner. He's a starter every week, in my opinion.
Would you play him over Brown though?
Probably. I mean, I like Chase Brown's matchup this week, but
yeah,
James Conner is still James Conner. I mean, I'm not.
We're going Downs for sure, though, right? Or would you play Brown and Conner?
I might play Brown and Conner.
Honestly, I think I'd go Brown and Downs.
Just because I know that Connor's getting the workload. Do you know Chase Brown's getting the workload? We like Downs' matchup, but wide receivers are a different story than running backs.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for coming. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you don't miss any of the shows that we have going on. Appreciate everybody being here.
Yeah, I think I'm going Connor and Chase Brown in that.
See, made 3 trades this season. 1, I got Stevenson for
Dell and Warren. Harrison and Likely.
That's a good
Walker
one.
and a Dunze. That's really Walker I'd rather have Walker than Harrison, honestly.
Yeah.
Because Dunze and Likely are nothing.
Yeah.
Connor and Pearsall for Flowers. Oh, wait, okay, it's Dynasty. Hang on.
Yeah.
Stevenson for Dell and
I like Flowers. I like the Connor and Purcell for Flowers. But I'm a huge Flowers guy, so.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't like Stevenson for Dell. Oh, I got Stevenson for Tank Dell and
yeah, I mean, Dell this year, wasn't on a great trajectory with Diggs, but now that Diggs is out, his projections go shoot way up. And for Dynasty, it's a different story.
Yeah. I'm just one of those guys. I've gotten burnt so many times by Patriots running backs that I don't trust them.
Yeah, so, yeah. No, I understand that.
And plus, there's
getting Harrison. I think I'd rather have Walker and Odunze.
Yeah, same here.
Likely. And then
he got Connor for Pearsall.
I got Connor and Pearsall for Flowers. I mean, Connor just coming to the end here in the next couple of years, but that's.
And Pearsall's probably coming to his own.
Pearsall's just coming in with the Ayuk thing. I mean, this is his opportunity.
Possible that Debo, this might be his last season with the Niners.
I mean, I don't see anything here that's like, oh, that was a horrible thing. You just ruined your team or anything, I've seen a lot of those over the years, and I see people slowly just destroy their teams, and I don't see that here at all. I mean, I think they're okay. I think there's ones that are better than the others, but
yeah.
Alex the boy starting Shakir this week. I have Brian Thomas Jr. If he's out, do you guys like Lockett or Cooper? Afraid of the double stack. Yeah, I mean, double stacking wide receivers isn't ideal.
I like Lockett over Cooper's because Cooper's been injured all week. Who's to say that he's out for 2 or 3 series and he's done for the game? Lockett's healthier. And DK out. DK is not playing. Lockett will get a little bit more. Should get a little bit more. Or they'll split the target that DK had between him and JSN. But I like Lockett better than Flex and Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, just because you have Shakir, if Brian Thomas is out, I would go Lockett, I think, just because I don't want to double stack Shakir and
Yeah.
Cooper. I don't like doing that. But if you didn't have Shakir, I'd be probably saying Cooper. But
Yeah.
Which two would you guys start? Ladd, Ridley, Keon, Dowdle, JSN.
JSN, like again, because DK's out. And plus the Rams still have trouble covering in the middle of the field. So if JSN finds the sweet spot in the middle of the field, he'll eat. I don't trust the Cowboys running backs.
Yeah, I don't either.
So I think I'll probably go Ridley and JSN.
Yeah, me too. Agreed.
Until, like you said, until we see that Keon could do 3. Start 2. Keon, Coleman, Puka and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Puka Marvin.
All in one show. Thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe. Hit notification so you don't miss any of the shows. Starting lineup is Burrow, Gibbs, Swift, London, Ridley, Kelsey, Pollard, benches Flowers, Higgins, Jacobs, Kittle, McMillan, Waddle, and Broncos D.
Okay.
So keep lineup or swap some players around.
All right. Well, let's just look right at his bench. So Flowers, you're not starting Flowers over
You're
London.
not starting Higgins too because he's doubtful.
Higgins probably won't play.
Kittle's on the bye.
Kill by McMillan, Waddle, Bronco. I think it's good how it is. I mean, the only kicker is Tony Pollard.
Yeah, so I would probably switch out.
If Pollard is out, then I would probably put
Flowers or Jacobs.
I'm thinking Jacobs.
Okay.
I'd probably go Jacobs as long as he's, not out for some reason. But Flowers, I'm okay with.
Yeah,
I'm okay with too, just because.
Yeah,
Deontay's probably going to be out there, but he's, I wouldn't expect him to be that huge of a factor the first week there. Maybe a touchdown, but
yeah.
Need to keep my four game win streak.
Right on.
4-4. Okay. Yeah, 4-4. Keep it up. And all you have to do is make the playoffs. You don't need to be the first seed. You just got to get in. It's the long game.
As a Raiders fan, that hurts me, but I understand that they are trash because hard not to. With no starting quarterback, no running back, and a piece of shit offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Nico Collins, rest of the season. I mean, once he comes back, he's right. He's right where he left off.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see any reason not to say he's one of the top guys.
Yeah,
especially with Diggs out.
He still might be in the top 10, even being out all this time. So
yeah, well, here, I mean, even with being out, I think he is still. Too many tabs open here. He is. I mean, he's out of the top 10 now, but he's 14th in PPR total points. But that's 3 games,
that's crazy.
So, I mean, yeah, he's right up there. He's probably your wide receiver 1 on your team once he comes back. Rashad White or Madison? Yeah, Madison. I'm going.
Yeah.
What's up, Scrappy? Any changes to start sit? Lamar, he's always starting. Cup, always starting. Pittman, always starting now. Bijan Kyron, always starting. And Njoku, probably always starting. Gibbs, always starting. All right, who's on his bench?
No, you're not making any moves. No, you're
no.
Yeah, that's a strong team, man.
Hopkins, Kincaid, Waddle. Nope, you're good. He's good how he is, I think.
Would you take Kincaid over Njoku?
No, just because Njoku is probably their top. I mean, it's between him and Tillman. Are the top 2.
Yeah, that's a
top 2 options there.
You gotta have a good. He must have a winning record, I would think. He has Bijan, Kyron, and Gibbs.
That's a good team. I mean, he might be making up ground because Kupp was out. Pittman wasn't doing much, So, but now, I mean, he lucked out. Kupp is healthy now. He lucked out with Richardson getting benched. That shoots Pittman's ceiling way up. He's solid at running back.
Yeah. That's a damn good team.
Let me look at his. He's got Hunt, Baker, Deontay, Hopkins, Kincaid. And then he's got Gibbs too. I mean, yeah, you're looking pretty good, Scrappy.
He's looking really good.
It's standard. Mm-hmm. But still, I don't think there's anything I would change even going to a standard. All right, Puka and CMC for Jefferson and Najee.
Yeah. Yes.
What side are you saying you'd want?
Jefferson and Najee Harris.
Just
because the uncertainty of how healthy CMC is going to be, and the uncertainty of Puka's knee. So you have two people that are.
Najee's he's kind of kicked it up a little bit here lately.
Yeah, that's a fair trade.
Yeah, let's see here, Najee. Yeah, I mean, the last 3 weeks he's been 20 points, 16, 16. He's averaging 12.9 a week. I mean, you're losing upside because Puka and CMC both healthy are better than Justin Jefferson and Najee both healthy.
Right,
but you're gaining
double Achilles tendonitis.
Yeah, you're gaining a floor because there's less injury risk. Because Najee's he's one of the most solid football players out there. Dude's never hurt.
Yeah.
And, Jefferson is just as good as either CMC or Puka,
Yeah.
So you're losing some ceiling with Najee. But if Najee keeps it up, I mean, and maybe the change at quarterback to Russ keeps.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean. All right, full PPR. Pick up Flacco and play over Geno. And then play Tillman, Brian Thomas Jr., Parker Washington.
I'd be worried about playing Parker Washington because, I mean,
yeah, I'm not looking.
There was a small sample size towards the end of last year, but until you see how everything plays out with him, so I'm playing Flacco. I'm playing Flacco over Geno, even if DK is in probably. Just because the Rams secondary has, once they made the change that they did, has been playing a lot better. So,
oops, Sieg's back. All right.
You don't want to play Peter?
I mean, I'm probably playing Flacco too over Geno, and then Brian Thomas Jr., then Tillman, then Parker Washington.
Peter Parker.
Yeah,
that's my order.
I got a couple more questions left in me.
Simp Goat, appreciate you being here. Thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe to the brand new YouTube channel that we've created basically 9 weeks ago.
Oh.
Scrappy Goat. Darnold over Goff, 6 points. Start three. Only can choose 2 wide receivers and 2 running backs at most. All right, so let's get the quarterback part out of the way.
Darnold.
Darnold, Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, Darnold.
Over the indoor cat. The indoor cat. He's not an outdoor cat. Like CJ Stroud's not an outdoor cat. Neither is Jared Goff. I don't care.
I might do Darnold and A-Chain and Tyrone.
You only can choose 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs at most. Devon A-Chain, Tyrone, Ramadre. And then it's the Dobbs, Jacoby, Ladd, McConkey, Cortland, Sutton. All right, so 2 running backs, 2 out of the 3 there would be
A-Chain and Tyrone.
Would be A-Chain and Tyrone, and now we've got 4 wide receivers. Could only do 2 wide receivers out of the 4. Romeo, Jacoby, the law firm of Jacoby and McConkey.
I might go Dobbs and Sutton.
Out of these four,
I'm gonna go Myers and Sutton.
Out of these four, I'm probably going to go with Cortland is definitely one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess Jacoby.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I think I would do the Myers too, just because Rare's gonna be playing from behind.
Yeah.
More than likely playing from behind. So
Yeah, I think it's Jacoby here. The law firm
I agree.
of Jacoby.
So Darnold, Myers, and Sutton.
Scrappy Fortnite.
Sutton or Mooney.
Hey, Trophy. Sutton or Mooney. Well, again, we just called for Cortland Sutton. It's basically because the Ravens' secondary is the worst in the league. The worst. The absolute worst. That's why we're calling for Cortland Sutton. Darnell Mooney's a good play, but I would take Cortland Sutton here. Darnell Mooney is a good play. I sent a post out, I think it was earlier in this week, that we're probably going to be drafting Darnell Mooney right about where we were or have been drafting Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
He's going to go that high up the boards based on his present situation with the quarterback, as long as it continues to stay this way.
I think I'd go Mooney in this, though. Because Dallas's secondary isn't that good either. They give up points too. Is Bland is he still out?
I don't know. No, I don't know about that. What I do know is that the Ravens secondary is non-existent. That's what I do know. I think Cortland Sutton's still considered their wide receiver one, kind of still. Feels like a Cortland Sutton type of game. In the standard. Yeah, so we're not getting anything in regards to anything except for yards and touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins is totally touchdown dependent at this point.
I'm probably going Pittman, because Deontay Johnson is brand new to the team. So Pittman, you're welcome. Thank you.
Scrappy.
All right. Yes.
If you could do that.
Yeah, if you could do it, do it.
If you could do it, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I could sign off on Tracy for something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything wrong.
Excuse me. Let's not forget. I mean, like, look, I know we're all we're relishing and basking and celebrating Mr. Tyrone Tracy, who we've been big supporters of.
Yep.
In this very young channel, we have had Tyrone Tracy from the very beginning. Now, again, and I said it before, I'm going to say it again for Trophy. He may not have the smash freaking banger tomorrow. He may not. But for rest of season, this is a solid play that's going to get solid volume in this offense. And it's running back. Probably the second most important position on the field. Fantasy field.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, anyway.
All right, gentlemen, I need to bail on you guys. It's almost 8:00 and I need to eat dinner. I'm on the West Coast, though.
You're on the West Coast? Since when?
I got back last night.
Oh, shit. Rhino, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, brother. Y'all be good.
All right, see you, Rhino. All right, see you, Scrappy. Thanks for coming. Mahomes or Stafford?
We feel like we just had this one, no? Will, I think we're going to go with We're gonna go with Patrick.
Nope.
We're gonna go with Patrick against the Bucks. Yeah, I know. Look, Stafford had a great game. Great game.
Yeah, he's got a good matchup too.
And it's a good match. It's a good matchup on the road.
Yeah,
tough place to play.
That's the problem.
I think he's a different quarterback, not just on the road. He's on the road away. And he's on the road. He's on the road outdoors. He's more of an outdoor cat than some of the others. Like, he's been through it. Okay. But let's not, again, he's playing in a not so friendly environment. Divisional game. He ain't lighting up the scoreboard with 4 touchdowns in Seattle. I'm sorry. Jones, Aaron Jones, or
I'm assuming Aaron Jones. I can't really think of any other.
It's probably Aaron, and it would be a start Swift here over Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones got a good matchup though, but still, I like the way Swift's been playing. Much to your credit, Jonesy.
Yeah. I like Jones's matchup better, but Swift is kind of. I trust Swift more right now.
I told you the story. I might as well share it with Zach Goat. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't trade DeAndre Swift away in the beginning of the season of a dynasty team. Now I have to start him. I have to play him with David Montgomery and Jonathan Taylor. I have to play him in the flex. He's that good, or he's been playing that good. And again, we know the story with Aaron Jones, injury history. Can happen at any time. Michael Pittman, Ladd, or D-Hop this week. PPR.
Pittman.
Easy. TR Goat, Calvin, or Chubb for PPR. We know Nick Chubb's not going to give us anything with PPR. It's not going to. He may catch one ball. Yeah. Maybe. Calvin Ridley should catch several balls.
I'm gonna go Ridley here.
Coming off of a good game last week, I would go Ridley here too.
Kyle, Lover Cousins, Fergie or McBride, Romeo Dobbs or McMillan. Still going Love here.
We think Jordan's going to have a good game. We do. Still think Cousins indoors against the Cowboys is probably he's probably gonna have a better game. He's probably
could, but
it's close.
Cousins to me, you take out 8 touchdowns from his year from playing the Buccaneers, and it's not that impressive.
He had 8 touchdowns versus the Buccaneers.
Thrown 8 touchdowns against the Buccaneers this year.
Oh, he played them twice.
Yes.
I'm like, he had an 8. Where the hell was I?
Sorry.
He played the Bucs twice. Yes. Okay.
So you take those games out and you look at how he normally has been playing this year, and it's not that. I mean, he's okay, but he's not lighting the world on fire. So to me, I got to look at, okay, what's the normal Kirk Cousins been doing, not the Kirk Cousins against the Buccaneers.
A normal Kirk Cousins is probably good for 260, 270, maybe even higher, and a couple of scores. Yeah,
which is what Love should do.
That's why, and it's close. That's why it's close. Yeah. Kyle, I know we've been pounding it home for Jordan Love basically all night. We've also pounded it home all night for Kirk Cousins as well, playing against the Cowboys, the Cowgirls. And if you're a Cowboys fan, I apologize. It's close. You have 2 very good quarterbacks. In this situation, I would probably go with the one that's not in the elements, the one that's coming in not so injured in this situation. Let's go to Ferguson or McBride. It's going to be Trey McBride. And Romeo or Jalen McMillan. McMillan against the Chiefs, operating out of this slot where we thought Shepard was going to be playing. Not this Shepard here on the show, but the other Shepard, Sterling. I like Romeo.
Yeah, I trust Romeo a little more.
I like Romeo, and I know this is a little bit of a contradiction because we're telling you to sit his quarterback, and now we're telling you to not get some stacked points. I don't really think that makes a big deal.
And I just want to say this too. At the end of the day, we are here to guide you. We are here to help you as much as we can, give you all of our knowledge that we have or information that we have. But at the end of the day, you have to make the decision for yourself. You know, that's you have to go with your gut. If you don't like something that we say, you don't just say, well, these guys said it, so I'm doing that. You got to trust your gut sometimes.
Come back and tell me that I was wrong.
Yeah.
Tell me.
But we're just telling you what we would do ourselves.
You can hold us accountable. We hold ourselves accountable, so you could hold us accountable as well. We have people. Let me put it to you this way: we have people that are holding us accountable that are behind the scenes right now, and that's just part of our own thing. That's part of our project. Anyway, thank you very much for coming. Please like and subscribe.
Lamb
chops
or Nico and Reed.
Damn my phone.
Lamb for Nico and Reed.
Do you believe that Lamb and Dak are possibly on one of these now second half of the season heaters like we saw last year? That's the $1 million question. The other $1 million question would be is, do you think Nico comes back and is just like steps onto the field and poof, everything is all hunky-dory in Houston? That's still.
I mean,
you're getting two of those players for CeeDee Lamb. I like getting that extra piece.
Is he getting? That's the thing that I'm not clear on. Is if they are getting Lamb or if they're trading away Lamb.
Lamb for Nico and Reed.
But you could say that I have Lamb and I'm getting rid of him for Nico or Reed. Or
let me pick again. Either or. I want the 2-for-1 out of the situation. Whether it's Sniper that is giving away 2, then that means that I want to be on the receiving end of getting 2 players for the 1. Or is Sniper Shots getting Nico and Reed, and Sniper Shots has to send off Lamb? Either way, I want the 2 in this situation. I know that Lamb is Lamb, yes, but I still rather getting a nice little extra depth piece there. And it's not just any depth piece either.
Let's put it this way: if you're getting the Nico side and you can still be competitive and win with him being out, I would rather have Nico and Reed. But if that's going to hurt you too much and put you at a disadvantage, you really can't get rid of Lamb at the moment if it's going to cost you games for some reason. If you're, I mean, because Reed, I like Reed, but Reed isn't on the same level as Nico and Lamb, so automatically you're getting the drop off of production, I
think it makes it up. I think Jaden Reed, you're getting it's a little bit of a drop off from Lamb with Nico, very little. Well, at least it should be.
Yeah, I'm more saying
least it should be.
I mean, Lamb and Nico are a wash, but I'm saying that drop off from Lamb to Reed.
Sniper shots. We have another sniper here, by the way. Wonder if you two are related. Maybe
KCD or Minnesota D rest of season.
Chiefs. How about them Chiefs?
I mean, Minnesota's been the top defense so far this year, at least in fantasy in my league, but that doesn't mean.
Let's not forget that Minnesota may be like the scoring defense, maybe like them scoring touchdowns, but then that's going to correct itself.
Yeah.
If that's what you were referring to.
Didn't we go? Did we have one like this last night that was similar? Because I remember going through Minnesota's schedule.
No, not this season per se, but no. Let me retract that. Every season, but of late, the last several, I would say, Brad Veach, Andy Reid, Clark or Lamar, whichever Hunt it is, and Steve Spagnuolo. I kind of feel like they knew that they were just, if they wanted to really do something special here, really go on this run that we are seeing historically, that they really needed to just firm up, strengthen up this defense. They didn't give they didn't give a crap that they were getting rid of L'Jarius Sneed in this past offseason. They knew right off, they knew it. Like, we're much more talented than that. Their defense is legit. And it's their defense that's going to continue to take them to the places that they want to go, which is a three-peat. So now convert that, translate that for fantasy purposes. And it's showing up. It's showing up right here. The fifth defense. Fifth ranked defense in fifth total defense. Fifth, 295 yards allowed here. Their passing defense is ranked. Well, it's a little lower. They give up 212 yards, ranked 17th. So that's middle of the pack. They've only allowed 9 touchdowns. Now their rush defense is elite. Only allowing 82 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns. Defense is legit. Can't run on them. Now you may be able to throw a little bit. You can't run on these guys. Can't run on the Ravens either. You can certainly pass on the Ravens. Chiefs are allowing less touchdowns than the Ravens are.
Yeah, Chiefs are
Lex Plant.
some trees.
What's up, Lex Plant, baby?
Olave, Pittman, Hopkins, McConkey. Pick 2. Olave, Pittman.
Yeah, everybody. I know. Everyone had McConkey on the bench last week.
And now they want to play him because they're chasing. They want to chase the points.
I know. It's a good dude to have. It's a good dude to have to insert on a bye week.
Yep.
Lex, is this a bye week? I don't think this is a bye week.
No. You're starting Olave every week. You're starting Pittman every week.
You're gonna start your guy Pittman, who you drafted in the freaking 4th round or the 3rd round. Now he's got an actual quarterback that could throw to him.
Yeah, and I think that's the hesitation with Pittman that we're seeing is because he hasn't been producing, and people aren't making that connection that it's because of the quarterback. They're just thinking it's more of a Pittman thing. I think, but the quarterback for Pittman is a huge difference.
In 8 games so far, I'm not sure if they've had their bye, and I know they have not had their bye. In 8 games so far, I would say it was 95% the quarterback and maybe 5% Pittman.
I would say 99% the quarterback and 1% Pittman. You're starting Olave and Pittman.
Sniper shots. I have Josh Jacob. I have Jacobs, Chase, Cooper Cup, Lamb Chops, David and Joko Waddle, Tillman. Have a deal for Cup. Have a deal for Cooper Cup for Jonathan Taylor. Wondering if I pulled the trigger on the Lamb for Reed Nico. Okay, so now here's now more context to the original one, Jonesy.
Right. So Love, Jacobs, Chase Brown, Cup, Lamb, Cup for Taylor. So okay, so getting rid of Cup, that would leave you with See, I don't think I really want to get rid of Lamb and Cup, even if you're getting Taylor back. I mean, I would like to see a running back upgrade here because I mean, Jacobs is fine as a running back, and Chase Brown is coming into being better as a starter, but I don't know if I really want to get rid of Cup and Lamb here, even if I'm getting Nico and Reed back and Taylor, because Taylor's been hit or miss with injuries this year. Nico's currently injured. I mean, I don't know.
You don't know. That doesn't sound like you. The deal is 4 Cup, right? 4 Cooper Cup, 4 Taylor.
Trading Cup for Taylor, which okay.
And okay, so once Sniper sends Cup, then is it pulling the trigger on the Lamb for Reed Nico? Because okay, so it's also Lamb with all right, so it's Lamb with Cup, right?
Well, he currently has Cup and Lamb.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. On roster, it's Lamb and Cup.
Yes.
I don't think I would do that for Nico and Reed.
Yeah. If you're trading Cup for Taylor. I wouldn't want to get rid of Cup and Lamb, even if I'm getting Nico back and Jaden Reed. I think I'm only doing one or the other of these trades. I don't think I would do both of them. 2 flex PPR. I don't know what that is for this. I don't know. If Sniper, if you're still in here, I don't know what you mean by 2 flex. Pittman or Tracy, half PPR. Pittman.
Half PPR in the flex. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah, I guess so. No,
I mean, to me, Tracy's made his way into like in that running back 2,
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Group. But Pittman is like a low end wide receiver 1.
I don't think he's a
high
wide
end
one.
Or high end wide receiver 2.
He's in a wide receiver 2 class right now.
I think he's at least a high end wide receiver 2, and Tracy's probably
at the bottom end end of the RB2 conversation. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely. So if we could put Tyrone in the flex.
Well, that's what we're talking is the flex.
Exactly. That's why I'm a little hesitant to just pull the trigger on Pittman there. Think about it, right? I mean, wide receiver in the half PPR setting, 5 catches. That's only getting you 2.5 points. 8 catches, only getting you 4 points.
Yeah, but Pittman isn't huge. He doesn't need volume.
Half PPR does need. I mean, like, I think he kind of does need volume. He's never had more than 4 touchdowns in a season. He does need volume. He needs a lot. He needs a ton of volume. Pittman's not that fantastic of a play if it's half PPR.
No. I'm starting Pittman over Tracy.
I get it. I get it. I'm gonna roll the dice with Tyrone in the flex.
Ridley or Chubb?
It rest the season?
It doesn't say rest of the season.
Oh,
Just
I'm
says
sorry.
Ridley or Chubb. So I'm choosing Ridley.
This is I apologize. I
I
apologize.
mean, even if it was rest of the season, I'd probably choose Ridley rest of the season too.
I think I may want Chubb if it was rest of the season.
I mean, I would root for Chubb. I would want Chubb, like personally, but as the betting man, I would put money on Ridley over Chubb. Rest of the season. Just
tomorrow for TR it's Ridley.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, TR GOAT.
I don't have a lot of faith in that Browns running game this year. How do I donate?
God bless you, man.
Question.
God bless you.
I mean, as of right, what you can do to donate is just follow and subscribe and give us some likes and.
God bless you. Well, appreciate that. Right? Yeah. By all means, we're here. A, we love it. Absolutely love it. B, there's a need for it still. There's a need for kind of like the old fashioned, kind of like the, if this was my team, I'm going to do this. Therefore I'm going to suggest that. There's still like the I don't know if you want to call it boilerplate. I don't know. There's a better name for it. How do I start the question and need answers? Well, what are they? What are they, Mike? Let us know.
Right, all right, he's got it right here. And if you want to donate, I'll tell you, just
donate to Fantasy Cares.
Yeah, pick out how much you would put towards us or whatever, and go to Fantasy Cares and donate it to them. That would be the best thing. Tillman, Deontay Johnson, Coker. I'm going Tillman here.
Cedric the Entertainer.
RB2, JK, Bucky, Eckler. Who gets the nod? Well, it's if Brian Robinson is out, it's Eckler.
He's not. Frog's coat. What's Eckler still doing on your team?
He should be on the team.
No way. Eckler stinks. Eckler's finished. Austin Eckler? I haven't heard this man's name in weeks. What do you mean? Austin Eckler? Even if Brian Robinson Jr. misses again, which he, by all accounts, is not going to, there's another running back that gets burned before Eckler. Who's that? What dude is that? Who? I don't even know his name, but there's another guy. Nichols, exactly. Dude, Frog's goat. Austin Eckler used to be a thing. He was a fantasy star in 2021, I believe, in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. His best days are past. They're gone.
I'm not saying he's Austin Eckler of 3
There's
years ago.
He's not. Well, he's certainly not an RB2 option here. I would do RB2 options are JK, Bucky.
I wouldn't say Bucky is either.
JK Dobbins. JK Dobbins.
Yeah, JK. I mean,
we could roll with JK Dobbins, who's the.
Yeah. We just got on the Eckler subject because you started trashing him right away.
I can't believe we still saw. When's the last time you saw an Eckler? I'm trying to help Frogs out.
Hey, Eckler.
When's the last time you saw an Eckler on our show, on any of them?
Eckler, he's averaging 10 points a game this year. He's not a weekly starter, but if Brian Robinson were to have a long injury,
first rule
should be on a roster.
First rule of Fight Club: never talk about Fight Club. Second rule is Brian Robinson Jr. is going to play tomorrow. He's fine.
Yeah, and that takes Eckler out of the conversation. Then
J.K. Dobbins is still, for all intents and purposes, again, he's not in any resemblance of a timeshare of any significance. So J.K. Dobbins is a very valuable RB2 spot.
Yeah.
And he's He's on the road. He's in Cleveland. I would temper your expectations.
He's a low end RB2 in my opinion this week, but he's still an RB2.
Austin Eckler. Wow. Out of all the waiver weeks, which have been, obviously 8 of them, Eckler is not on any rosters right now.
He should be.
Let's check that, as a matter of fact. Let's just check that. Hold on. You can read the next question, please, while I check on this man's status.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't see how a guy that's scoring 10 points a week isn't on someone's roster.
Where is he?
Ridley, Mooney, or Hopkins PPR.
I like Darnell Mooney. I like him. He's been growing on me. How about that? He's been growing on me. I think the matchup is a solid one for him.
I think I'm going to give the nod to Ridley in this, just because there's nothing else. And Ridley, and especially if Pollard's out too, I mean, it's just going to be throw to Ridley every down. So, Jerry Jeudy, Keenan Allen, McMillan start to half PPR. I do not trust Keenan Allen right now. I don't trust Jalen McMillan either, or Jerry Jeudy. I don't trust any of them.
But you trust Austin Eckler.
More than these guys. I'd rather have Austin Eckler on my roster right now than Keenan Allen.
That's ballsy. That is ballsy. But this is a sneaky one here because he's putting Jerry Jeudy into the mix, not necessarily who we've been seeing.
No.
Cedric the Entertainer. That's Tillman, by the way, folks. I think this again, Jerry Jeudy is a little sneaky right now. He is.
He's kind of a forgotten guy.
He's the one who Jameis don't care who the hell he's throwing the ball to. If there's one thing that we know from Jameis Winston, he doesn't care who he's slinging it to.
Yeah.
Now, I understand your concern. I get your concern with Keenan Allen there. So I would probably take him out of the equation. Now it becomes Jerry Jeudy playing the Chargers. Again, tough traveling road defense. Jalen McMillan doesn't have an easy cakewalk against the Chiefs on Monday night. Start 2, sit 1. So we're gonna start 2. It's gonna be, for me, it's gonna be Jerry and it's gonna be Jalen McMillan. We're gonna take Keenan Allen out.
Yeah, McMillan's one of them. Just because they're playing the Chiefs, they're gonna need to score.
I think Jerry's sneaky. I know. Look, Ricky Goat. He's onto something. He's onto something here. I'm telling you, he's onto something because then this is what they make the thumbnails for. This is what you see now Monday, and we're guilty of it too. Waiver wire pickups. Jerry Jeudy will be number 1. Then all the questions are going to come in. Should I drop Cedric Tillman? Should I drop Cedric Tillman?
Yeah.
It's these situations.
The answer should be Keenan Allen, but I don't trust him enough right now. So I'm gonna side with Sieg here. I'm gonna go Jalen McMillan and Jerry Jeudy.
Let's not forget also. I mean, yes, it has been more or less a disappointing career so far, but the dude kind of has talent, no?
Who?
Jeudy.
Yeah, but so is Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, again, we're talking now.
Keenan Allen's the most talented receiver out of all of them.
But it's apples to oranges.
He's not playing.
Yeah, no. Keenan Allen is on he's on the 18th hole of his career. Yeah. Keenan Allen. All right, so much different situation. Yes, Keenan Allen is border-ish Hall of Famer.
Sutton for Tracy. He has Cook, Mason. Okay, so he's got Mason CMC. That's good. Locking that up. So I don't know if Tracy's useful. Okay.
He is, but he is.
I mean, you're starting Mason or CMC, whoever that person is.
So
You're
all right,
starting Cook.
So fine. So Trophy Goat, he's trying to offload Tyrone now, selling him high.
No, he's trying to get. He was going to sell Sutton for Tracy,
but he doesn't know if he could use them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sutton though would probably be in his flex anyway. I don't think Sutton was going to be a starting wide receiver for him. So to me, you're just kind of swapping a flex play here between Sutton and Tracy. That would be the way I look at it. John Flores, should I start Jordan Love or Matthew Stafford? Here, I might side with Stafford here. It's like I said earlier. It's that's the closest to me in rankings you can probably get to Jordan Love. That I would say, okay, I might say not to play Jordan.
Stafford is QB 12. Jordan Love is QB 11. I mean, I get it. I get it. I'll take the dude. I'll take the dude at home.
Let's say I'm still saying Love, but I'll
take the dude at home.
I can. If you're not comfortable with it, I'm okay with Stafford.
I mean, John wants the best quarterback to start. That's going to get him the most fantasy points. I'm with you, John. I'm with you. Over here, I'm starting Jordan Love. I'm going to go with the dude at home. At home.
All right, go Love, 100%. Do you think CMC is coming back next week?
Week 10 is the projection. Yeah.
Possibly, but thanks for coming, Trophy. Appreciate all the questions and support. Dropped a like. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kyle.
That's how we know if you guys like these. I mean, we're at a little over 3 hours now. We always go back, look at likes and everything, and that's how we know if you guys like this stuff.
Definitely appreciate that for sure.
Rico or Mostert?
Rico.
Cup for Taylor. Snipers saying yes. The Frog says no way.
The community involvement. Gotta love it.
Yep.
Gotta love what's being built. B. Rob, Worthy or Calvin?
I'd probably go Brian Robinson this week.
So would I. So would I.
B. Rob, then Ridley, then Worthy in that order. Snipers 3 and 5 trying to get into the playoffs.
All right, Sniper. All right. Look, we'll get you there. We'll get that. We'll get that together. Got plenty of time. Still plenty of time. Let's take care of this week first.
Yep. 1 week at a time.
Yeah, 1 week at a time. We'll see you on Tuesday, 7:30, 7 o'clock on Tuesday. We'll get down to the best waiver wire options, best ads, best streamers, so on and so forth for week 10. And yeah, we're gonna take it week by week, but we'll get you. We'll get you
Tuesdays. We're here Fridays. We're here Saturdays. We're here Sundays.
We Sniper Shots. Here's the best news, and you probably already know this, right? All you have to do is just get to that 6th seed or the 5th seed.
Yep.
get into that spot from where you are now, which is still 3-5 is not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, let's take it week by week.
JR, would you drop Purdy, Mason, or Jonathan Brooks to play defense? I just got Purdy off waivers. Mahomes is my other QB. I'm not dropping Jonathan Brooks.
But why would
and I'm
you
not dropping Madison.
Why would you have to drop Jonathan Brooks right now? That's the question I have. Has he not been on the IR or the pup spot? So why would we even have to entertain that?
He might have someone else there,
or there is no spot that exists. So if that's the case, we spoke about this last night, Jonesy. This dude's in danger of not playing this season, but we can't make that move yet anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
if you just got Purdy off of waivers, I wouldn't just drop Purdy, right? Why'd you spend that? Why'd you spend the energy? Not that it's a lot of energy. If you just got Purdy off of waivers, why would we drop Purdy, Mason, or Brooks to play defense? No. Just roll with your defense. Roll with that defense, JR.
Well, you might have Steelers or something on a bye. Is what he needs to pick another one up.
Well, if that's the case, then
I'm dropping.
If that's the case, then that means that he went to add Purdy, kind of impulsively or compulsively, and overlooked the defensive spot.
Yeah.
But saw Purdy there and oh shit!
But
I can get myself a starting quarterback.
I mean, if you don't have a top-notch defense that's on bye. I don't like just taking a 0 in a spot. If that's what you're suggesting here, I don't like that. I'm saying that if that's what JR is suggesting, that he just to play a defense. So I'm assuming he doesn't have a defense currently in his starting lineup, and that I don't like taking zeros intentionally. So to me, I'm dropping some. I don't like dropping these guys. I'm hoping there's a 4th or 5th wide receiver or something you could drop instead if you do have a top-notch defense and there isn't another good one available. But
I couldn't, again, if you just picked up Purdy, I don't know why you would just drop Purdy.
I'm not dropping him.
Yeah,
I'm dropping Purdy to play a defense if that's my only option.
There's got to be somebody else. As you're alluding to.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody else.
But if there isn't, I'm dropping Purdy to pick up a defense. I'm not carrying 2 quarterbacks. Or just drop Mahomes if we want to be that bold.
Tyrone.
Wouldn't suggest it, but Ramondre or Tyrone. John, you only got to ask us once. We'll get to your questions. We just go in order.
Is that what
that's like the 3rd time he asked it in the chat. And there's another one he asked. He asked it again. Eckler, D-Hop, Rico.
Another Eckler. Rico, flex. Tide projections. Let's go with the dude that we expect to get volume out of at the position. That would be Rico.
On paper, it should be Rico, but personally, I think I would go D-Hop.
Okay.
8-0. Awesome. Love Barkley, King Henry, Kamara, Kupp, McLaurin, Brian Thomas Jr., Ridley, Goff, Charbonnet, Njoku, Komet, Pickens, Corum, Justice Hill, Aubrey. Thoughts and moves. My league don't trade. I mean, if you're 8-0, you don't have to make any moves. obviously you got the good combination. unless you sort your league by points scored. If somehow you're just getting wins, but you're in the lower half of the league for points scored, then you might have to make some moves because at some point it should correct. But
and he's holding two cuffs. He's holding two cuffs without the main back in Blake Corum and Zach Charbonnet.
Well, so he has Justice Hill for
Hill would be for Henry.
I mean, what's his name is probably coming back this week or next week. So that clogs up that backup spot there a little bit, but I don't really see anything that Barkley, you don't really have a handcuff that you go out and say, this is the guy I need. Kamara with Miller going on IR, and so that kind of makes Williams the cuff, but he's hurt. Like Cup McLaurin, I don't really.
If anything, and then we've had this conversation before. If anything, like if he's holding Blake Corum, in the off chance, which is a pretty good chance actually, that Kyron Williams doesn't finish the season. You could easily just take Blake Corum, release him, and go pick up Will Shipley and handcuff Saquon.
But Shipley,
we don't know that until it actually happens. If it happens, we don't know that. I don't see it being Gainwell. Shipley got in the ball game last week.
Yeah, but just because that person gets the ball does not mean that they're going to produce.
But we're talking about handcuffs here, aren't we?
Yes, but not every handcuff is as valuable as another.
No, like I don't think Justice Hill is going
to
do the same thing as King Henry.
Look at the Colts. When JT's out, there is no Colt that should be starting anywhere.
But again, based on the production that he's getting out of Saquon Barkley, you're gonna have to try to fill that if he happens to go down. Now, I don't know if you're gonna go start. I don't know if you're gonna fill that by starting. Yeah, like you're losing a lot of production there. Some of it, if not a good portion of it, may very well get replaced by Will Shipley. Could. We don't know until we see it.
Yeah.
It's possible. I'm not saying that it's likely.
I have a hard time dropping.
They drafted the dude.
I have a hard time dropping Corum. It's one of the best running offenses in the NFL. And if something happens to
now we saw Zach Charbonnet actually do well as a lead feature. No one else really spelling him.
Yeah.
So I mean again. But where Blake Corum only gets to that next level or jumps into that stratosphere if Kyron Williams goes down. If
my whole thing with this is okay. We'll say Barkley goes down.
What if Saquon goes down? That's the million. That's
then.
The point right
then
there.
To me, it's just okay. More goes to AJ Brown. More goes to Smith. More goes to Hurts rushing in for 3 touchdowns in a game like he always seems to do. If Kyron goes down, yeah, I'm sure there's an uptick with the passing game, but they're still going to be running the football. It's the system it's McVay's system that produces the points. It's why when Kupp got hurt, Puka produces. It's why there's always a different running back for McVay all the fucking time, and they all produce. I don't know. I wouldn't.
I get the argument. Get the argument where and I think you understand mine.
Yeah, and I do. Yes.
Like it's okay if that happens in LA. Be growing. He's got himself a fucking gold mine. He's sitting on a gold mine with another freaking starting running back, a feature starting running back. But catastrophically, on the other end of that, what if it happens to be Saquon, his starting running back? I don't see his.
I want to clarify my thinking about this though too. It's because he has Barkley, Henry, and Kamara. If he only had two of these guys, I would be more inclined to take the shot of dropping Corum for Shipley and protecting that backfield. But because he's got three of these guys, I'm not as worried because if one goes down, he still has two. His third one is probably a flex play anyway that he can easily put a wide receiver in.
I mean, like the team that there's a reason that this team is 8-0.
Yeah,
where he's playing in a flex spot where most people are playing in like they're either RB1
running backs. Yeah.
So I mean, it makes perfect sense, but also you're talking for fantasy purposes where there would be a significant drop off in points should at that spot, at that particular, I guess, flex spot, there would be a drop off in points. And would you take a hit, be growing? Yeah, you take a 3-game loss for the year and still win. So yes, you're in a really good spot right now to sum it all up the long way. You could go about it one of two ways. You could go about it the Jonesy street, which is not a wrong street. You could go with the Shepard Street, which isn't a wrong street either.
I got a third street for you. This is probably the best street.
There was a third street. I mean, I feel like
because I feel
like there's a metaphor. Third street.
I just realized it. Njoku's on bye next week, so you have to hold Komet through that bye. But as soon as that bye's over, cut Komet, pick up Shipley. Boom. You're never starting Komet over Njoku. Ever. And if Njoku gets hurt, you can find another guy that's producing 8 points a week like Komet is. I'm assuming that's what he's producing. I don't know.
All right, yeah.
Let's take a look here, just so I'm not.
And be growing.
Okay, Komet is scoring 11 points.
Also on the side of his league, if your league's not trading, by the way, and it's not necessarily a knock on the league. It's not, because if you know all the members of the league and you've been friends with the majority of the league and they're just kind of like in their way, I get it. And I understand that. I understand that all too well, as a matter of fact. But if it's a league where you don't know all these dudes, or you don't know the majority of them, and you just kind of like sending trades, like for argument's sake, if this was like a public league, and you're just sending trades, and you actually get a signal back that it's just like being rejected, the trade. And then the only other thing I could say to you is you could always look at joining another league, forming another league, or participating in another league that would be more active. In a league that has members in that league that are always looking to upgrade and make deals. And you can reach out to us, contact us, and we could definitely set you up. And I'm not saying you set you up in a league that we're in, or maybe do that as well down the road. But yeah, we definitely point you in the right direction.
All right, pick 2: Hunt, Tracy, Downs, Marvin Harrison Jr. full PPR.
Rock out with your Tyrone out.
I knew you were going to say that.
It is a tough question. It is a tough
this
question to pick
is
two of these dudes.
This is a tough.
You want one running back and one wide receiver, or do you want both running backs and not taking both wide receivers? That doesn't seem like an option. I would want here. I want Marvin Harrison Jr. at all times, more or less all times going forward.
I think Kareem Hunt's an automatic, has to start.
Based on the fact of, like, again, the Chiefs want to run the ball. They want to play defense. All these recipes have been very, very it has Kareem Hunt having like one of his like vintage Kareem Hunt seasons, maybe his best season. I would want to take Kareem here and Marvin Harrison Jr. I think that's how I would go.
Yeah, me too.
Although, again, Josh Downs is expected to have a good week. Tyrone Tracy is expected to have a good week.
Yeah.
So,
you're welcome, Trophy.
Appreciate you.
Otten, Waddle, Harrison, Hopkins for flex. Who's your
for the flex? It's not Otten for the flex. It would be Marvin Harrison Jr. or it would be DeAndre Hopkins for the flex.
Yeah, I'd go Marvin Harrison. Dak or Bo? Worthy Lockett.
Lockett. Ugh. I'm not saying. I'm
Yeah.
just. The reason why I'm saying ugh, it's because we're still waiting for Jackson Smith and Jigba to have like the breakout performance that we thought was, but really has not been because he keeps reverting back to garbage.
We're even waiting for Lockett to even do it. You know, Lockett's always been a very, you know, he'll do 3 points, 30 points, 2 points, 7 points.
So I'm not saying it because you drafted Tyler Lockett. Right, yeah, Lockett. Tyler Lockett. Although
your ceiling is with Worthy, your floors with Lockett.
You might have been the smarter one out of the three of us here, Aldo, because I didn't have Tyler Lockett on my bingo card this season. I had JSN or DK. I didn't have any Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett's like he's been in the league for like 11 seasons now. He should be done by now, and he's not. He's like a thorn on our sides.
Yeah.
And it's still Dak over Bo, right? It's
Dak. I'm going Dak, and then if you want to make sure you get some points, play Lockett. If you want a higher ceiling,
Lockett's got the better matchup playing the Rams.
Yeah. Otten or James Conner? James Conner.
Squid Goat. Robbie Goat. Would you guys trade Javonte Williams for Xavier?
No.
I'd probably hold on to the running back.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's a keeper league or something, I would probably.
I'd probably hold on to the running back. Hey guys, we really appreciate you being here this evening. This week 9 start sit show. Please give us a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you are watching us. If you are new to our brand new YouTube channel, we really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Alexander Madison, Ramadre, Rico, Flowers, start 2 PPR. Thanks. You're welcome, Cooler Hand Goat. Alexander Madison's kind of sneaky. Again, full volume. He's a pass-catching running back, so we don't necessarily have to worry about him getting 15 to 20 carries because he doesn't get 15 to 20 carries. All he does is get receptions. So that's kind of a sneaky volume play right there. Alexander Madison in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
We're not We're not high on Ramondre Stevenson. I like Rico coming out of the doghouse. One running back in Dallas is out of the doghouse. The other one is going in. What a mess.
Yeah.
I can't wait to throw up the overlay tomorrow night of the mess that team is.
So are we doing Madison and Flowers?
You're not going to get a lot of PPR out of Flowers either, but I would go Madison and Flowers. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Madison, the pass catching running back volume. And can we start Rico also?
I don't trust Rico.
If we could start two here, I would start Madison and Rico Dowdle. I want to see what this distribution looks like in Baltimore between him and Deontay, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, if Rashad Bateman's on the field. I want to see what that looks like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because again, Zay Flowers could have 6 catches tomorrow for 80 yards, or he could have 3 catches tomorrow for 80 yards. I'd like to see what this looks like now with Deontay Johnson, who's technically going to be eating into it. They're not a huge pass volume team to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I'm choosing 2 of the running back, I'm going Madison, Ramondre. If I'm choosing 2 running backs,
Ramondre, I haven't heard Ramondre.
I don't love it, but
I haven't heard Ramondre Stevenson called all night. Now we're going with Ramondre Stevenson in Tennessee
over Dowdle.
Rico Dowdle, yeah, Rico, absolutely, Rico. Who else is playing there? Who else is behind Dak?
Sometimes it doesn't matter if they're alone.
I think they gotta get the running back going there. They have to. It can't just be throwing the ball 50 times. They have to get a running back going, and it's not Dalvin Cook.
So Rico's averaging 11 points per game, or Ramondre's averaging 13.5 a game. I mean, to me, I would probably go Madison and Flowers. That would be my first choice, I think.
Well, Cooler Goat. Yeah. I don't think that helped you one bit.
Probably not. Sorry.
Out of those options. So I mean, look, I think at least we agree on Madison.
We agree on Madison, yeah.
Start Madison. From there, it's another. You have to pick one out of the 3. Take a look at the matchups. Which team is allowing the most points out of those? The Broncos are tough. Tough defense.
Yeah, I mean, Titans are a good defense.
Titans are a good defense.
Dowdle, I don't trust them.
That's what we call
Flowers is the most talented football player out of all of them, and that's why I pick him.
It's true. He does have talent.
I know Deontay's there and he'll be involved at least a little bit, but I don't expect Deontay to come in and get 12 targets week 1, with the Ravens.
JR, smile, baby.
I'm gonna bank on Flowers having 1 more week, and then next week I have to make this decision.
You bank on it.
All right, JR, Waddle, Olave, Brian Thomas Jr., Kupp, Hill, Higgins are his wide receivers. I don't know what the question was though. Let's see, is that for a trade or something?
Isn't this JR? Isn't this like picking up Purdy?
Oh, was that the Purdy guy? Sorry. It's 3.5 hours here. My brain's starting to.
I think this was the pickup Purdy and the defense.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we'll take another question or two, Jonesy.
Yeah.
And then we will prepare for week 9 ourselves.
Okay. So he's got Waddle, Olave. He's not dropping any of those wide receivers. A-Chain, Monty, Laporta, Ingram. Yeah, I don't see anyone else other than Purdy I would drop for a defense.
He's got Laporta and Ingram. I don't know why I'm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at having that second quarterback insurance. I'm not, but yeah, that's the move that's the move that needs to be made right now. I'm not mad at that though.
It's just there's no one else to drop that.
You really need those other guys in case.
Yeah. There's not one guy that says, "Hey, I should drop him."
Let me put it this way also. If Purdy was there off waivers because the Niners are on a bye this week, then you wait until next week. Believe me, there'll be plenty of other dudes that are going to be available to you at the quarterback position that you might be able to get as well if you needed to. Knock on wood.
Full PPR, Eckler, Wilson, McMillan.
Jalen McMillan.
Kyler. I would go Kyler over Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is trying to be Kyler.
Yeah. Pick 3, Mooney, Sutton, Josh Downs. That is 3. I guess I'm good. I can pick 2 maybe.
Let's pick all 3 of them. If we had to pick 2 out of these 3, it's going to be the dudes that we think are going to get more receptions than the other. That would be Cortland Sutton. That would be Josh Downs here.
And then Saints or Chargers defense. I'd probably go Chargers. I mean, Saints have a good matchup too, but I'm gonna go Saints. Tillman or JSN?
Oh man. Cedric the Entertainer or Jackson Smith and Jigba. We're gonna pound it home for JSN again.
One last time.
We're gonna pound it home. It worked. It worked for Tank. It's gonna work for JSN. We haven't had many JSN questions.
No, I think a lot of people are just fed up with them.
We have not had a lot of JSN questions, and I think you might be right. And if there was ever a week, well, it should have been last week, and it wasn't. But if there was ever another week, another opportunity, a second chance opportunity for JSN to get us some points, it's going to be tomorrow. Hey guys, really appreciate you being here this evening with us. Please like this stream. It really helps us out. Please subscribe to our channel. That really helps us out. Growing YouTube channel. We're doing this with you guys, and we really appreciate your time.
Hopkins or Pittman?
A-Chain. I had the same feeling. Need help. Start 1. Hopkins or Pittman. It's going to be Michael Pittman. Quail Goat. Michael Pittman.
Stroud and Caleb. Picked up Flacco and starting him. Good idea. Well, Stroud.
You couldn't have started Stroud then, right?
So it's Flacco or Caleb was what it comes down to. And probably go with Flacco, I guess.
No, the Bears played again.
Bears are Arizona.
In Arizona, right?
That is.
Yeah. I think
yes.
That's in Arizona. Coming off of that tough loss on the Hail Mary. I'm gonna go with the other Joe Cool. I'm gonna go with the other Joe Cool on Sunday Night Lights. Quail Goat.
All right, Jackson, Flowers, Mooney, Williams, Nick Chubb, Bowers, Harrison.
That's
Waddle.
Jackson, Flowers, Mooney. Mooney's wide receiver 2.
I don't know what.
Williams, Javonte Williams, and Chubb are the running backs. Bowers is the tight end. Harrison was kicker. Harrison, what? Which Harrison? Harrison Butker? And defense. Bench, Waddle. Yes. Hopkins and Stevenson. Sutton, K-Dot, and Mayfield. I guess that's Brian Thomas Jr.?
Brian
Last minute, second thought.
Robinson Jr.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Brian Robinson Jr. Last minute, second thoughts? No.
I mean,
No, Alex. We're good.
I'm starting Brian Robinson Jr. over Nick Chubb.
Yeah,
and
that.
Javonte.
Yeah, that. Jonesy, I'm gonna have to take off, my friend.
Okay. I'm just gonna I'm gonna clean up the rest here, and then I'm taking off too. So
Everybody, again, want to thank you very much for being here with us this evening for the weeknight. I wish all the goats good luck. We will see you back here tomorrow night, 7:30, for the recap.
all right. So if that's Brian Robinson Jr., like I said, I'm putting him in the starting spot. Bowers over on, so that's okay. Wide receivers, Flowers, Mooney. I think I'm okay with that. So it's really just if that's Brian Robinson Jr., I'd get him in the starting lineup. Henry gonna eat. Henry always eats. Olave or Debo rest of season. I'm a Debo. I mean, I like them both. I'm going to probably have to give Debo a little bit of an edge just because of, I mean, I know Olave is kind of the only guy in town there too, but I just kind of trust the Niners offense more than I trust the Saints. But I mean, I like Debo and Olave both rest of the season. Trying to trade JSN and Worthy for upgrade. So I'm assuming, so you're trying to trade JSN and Worthy for Olave or Debo? I mean, I would take either one of them. Chase Brown over Kamara, Walker, or Jones? I would not start Chase Brown over Kamara. I would not start Chase Brown over Walker. Chase Brown over Aaron Jones. I really like Chase Brown this week, but I don't know if I can start him over Jones. It's tough because he's got a really good matchup. But these are all just, if I'm starting Chase Brown, the only one I'm starting him over is Aaron Jones. Just because I trust Walker and Kamara more than I trust Aaron Jones. Stafford, Herbert, Carr, Flacco, or Caleb over Love. I mean, I'm starting Love. That's what I would do if I were to choose the next in line. That would be Stafford. So, but I personally would be starting Love. But JSN, Ridley, or Waddle at flex for a standard league. In a standard league, I mean, not Waddle. I don't like his matchup this week. So it's JSN or Ridley. I like JSN's matchup better, but Ridley is more part of that offense. I'm gonna say Ridley on that one. Washington kicker and defense. Oh, that's what you meant by was kicker and defense. Okay. Correct. Hey, you're welcome. That's what we like doing this, so that's why we're here. We love this game and we like helping people out. Jackson, Henry, Kamara, Lamb, Downs, Kraft, Mooney, Aubrey. Well, you're always playing Lamar over Burrow. Henry's always starting. Kamara. I mean, I wouldn't start Pollard this week if you don't have to. Brian Robinson and Kamara. I'm probably going Kamara, so that's okay. Lamb is a starter. Pittman and Hopkins are on the bench. So you have Pittman and Downs. That's going to be a fun one every week for you. To me, Pittman's the number one there. I would probably always start Pittman over Downs, but Downs is also going to get his 2 there with the change at quarterback. So that's going to be a flip of the coin every week for you. That's going to be a headache. But I think everywhere else you're good, especially losing Diggs and Rice. I think you're still in a good spot here. So, all right. Well, if there's nothing else, thank you everyone for coming. Please like, subscribe. That's the biggest thank you can give us. We appreciate it. We are here Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, anything you need. Doesn't matter if it's show related or not. Just come in and ask us questions. That's what we're here for. So that's about it. So deuces.